like, hey, do you mind if we record this dumb little thing? I'm a pro wrestler. Or if she just fucking went for it and risked the fact that maybe she pisses off the cop and gets another ticket or something.
Saw the speed trap and was like, I need some heat.
Yeah.
Like, sped it up.
The cop is the best part of it because he's just like super friendly when she's being a bitch. So he's like, welcome to Edmonton.
Is there a statement from her or the cop?
Thanks, she.
Not from the cop. The cop wouldn't talk.
Oh.
But from her, like, she's been tweeting because it kind of went viral a little bit. She's been tweeting about the whole time about like, oh, I hate Canada sucks and everything. She's
Lacey Evans sucks.
She's just being a heel.
So did she film it?
She's not even
she like pulled out her phone and
not even a
and
good
she was like,
heel.
do you know who I am? And this Canada sucks and this and that and.
She's the worst thing a wrestler can be. Uninteresting.
She's hot now. She got heat.
Yeah, now she does.
Publicity
and then I heard a good Alberta
so.
girl beat her up, which must have been Natalie. Natty, eh? Yeah.
I mean,
Natalia,
no, that's bad.
Not Natalie.
What?
I don't know.
That's good.
Girl on girl.
You can only
wrestling.
You can only do girl on girl wrestling or guy on guy wrestling. That's not true. Sometimes they get away from it. They should get. If invisible people can wrestle invisible people, men and women and everyone in between,
invisible people
and everyone
can't
outside.
Wrestle invisible people in the WWE.
Yet. We need Vince to die so that wrestling can become great.
Yes.
Again.
How old is he?
106.
Whew. But he's gonna live to be like 800. So
he's actually like, what did we figured this?
We
out,
looked
right?
it up.
80, right around 80.
Yeah, 70, 77 or something. Look it up here again real fast.
Like, get out of the biz. Too old.
He is the biz.
He'll die in that job.
He'll probably die during a show.
Probably.
What a way to go.
If he died any other time, he'd probably
674.
leave a note saying, tell them I died during the show.
He has a spot record. He already has his fake I died in the like control room spot recorded. So if it ever happens anywhere else, they can at least run that.
He tried to write his character off once by having a limo blow up that he was supposedly in. And then the next day, Chris Benoit murdered his entire family. So they had to like just totally abandon all storylines to address it. And then Vince McMahon was just not dead. He was just undead.
Yeah.
Wow.
Limo blowing up, totally fake. Chris Benoit murdering his family, totally
real.
Yeah.
Couldn't keep that storyline going after that.
No, I mean,
nor should you.
That would be a weird time to be in wrestling. That would be a really strange time. Let's do a podcast.
All right.
Big smiles. Big energy. I haven't been sleeping at all this week, so I need everybody to pick me up on the shoulders.
That's not fair. I came from work.
I've been sick.
I think I slept 12 hours last night. Oh, I feel like shit.
It's all on you.
Cannot sleep for the life of me. Can't get to bed at night and then fucking wake up at like 5 a.m. and just cannot get back down.
I only slept 6 hours.
Oh, that's rough. That's really rough. Sleep is the worst.
Not
sleeping is the worst.
For me.
Yeah.
6 to 7.
I'm 8 to 9.
Yeah, I'm usually an 8 to 9er myself.
Depends on if I have a good video game to play.
Yeah.
If I have a good video game to play, the first time I wake up, I'm usually like, I get up and play a video game.
Yeah.
If I got nothing going on, I'll just keep going back to sleep until fucking 2 in the afternoon.
Really?
I can't do it. As soon as I'm up, I'm up. As soon as I'm up, I'm like, I got 20 million things I could be getting done right now. I gotta get out of bed.
Yeah, it feels like a waste.
Sleep.
Yeah, I'd say it never seems to work. I just toss and turn and think about stuff. Welcome to the show. It is September the 23rd. September's almost gone, apparently.
Yay.
Episode 290 of the Talking...
90.
What is even...
I thought you were leading into another number. And then it ended at 290.
You thought we were doing...
90.
Colin Kalinske thought we were doing our old numbers bit where I say a number, then you say a number.
This is passing football.
5.
6.
That's great time.
7.
It's the first day of fall, isn't it?
Is that today?
I feel like it is.
No. Later in the week.
What's is there like an equinox?
I think tomorrow.
I thought it was usually the 22nd.
It's fake 23rd today.
Yeah, it's fake 23rd today.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the 23rd. Maybe it's the 22nd.
It's fall.
We could find that out. We're a fact-based podcast.
Close enough.
No.
I'm Matt Eads. Bryce Zinnick is here. Aforementioned Colin Kalinske is here. And Brandon Lynch is here.
Yay.
Thank you.
Talking about video games and the first official day of fall.
Yes.
Let's we'll get down to the brass tacks here.
Let's get right after
down
it.
to the nitty-gritty.
Fall is
Get the
September the
show on the
23rd.
road.
Wow.
There we go.
September
I'm wrong.
23rd to December 21st is autumn. Quote end quote.
How come? Is that the only season that has fucking 2 names?
Autumn
and
fall.
fall.
Summer and
Summer.
some like
Nothing.
it's
There's nothing.
not really
Yeah.
spring.
Autumn's just a hard word for like
Autumn's
elementary
dumb.
school kids to spell. So they got to give them something
Leaves
easier.
are falling. I don't know. What about like?
You don't call spring rise.
What about like?
It's fucking rise.
We should start
All
calling
right.
spring rise. We're starting that right here next year. Yeah, it's all about the rise.
Happy first day of rise.
And it's the big Deuce Dizzy. Oh, who is ready to rise in the big? That's 2012, I think, is the Deuce Dizzy. This would be the Deuce Deuce, I suppose. It'll be 2020.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll get to rise in the first even year, the first like repeating year since 2002.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's been a while. It's been
Yeah.
It's been 18 years.
Oh my god.
We can finally wear those glasses again.
No, wait.
Yeah.
Wait, can we? Wait.
Yeah, you got to
One
like
of the
right on
eyes
top of
could
your
be in
nose.
two.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
20
You just gotta
on each eye.
you just gotta break the
shift
one
it,
side
yeah.
and flip it around.
You just can't see past the two in your right eye.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
You
it's
close one eye.
indicative of
It would
the
be a better
times.
monocle,
They don't have to be centered. You could just shift it all left.
I guess.
So
So
0 zeros.
Yeah, we'll have our 2020 glasses up on the merch store soon. Don't
Oh,
worry,
yeah.
they'll be dope. We just got to come up with a pithy name for 2020 now. Can't be. I forgot Deuce Dizzy was 2012. Just scratch that one right off the board. That'd be a great name for 2020, but
it's a palindrome.
yeah, we'll work on it.
No, it's not.
No, it's not
Nope.
a palindrome at all. 2002 is a palindrome.
That's what I was thinking of. I think I've been thinking 2002, even going down to the glasses since you brought up 2002.
We'll work on it. Don't worry. Tune in here first day of the next year, and we'll let you know what you have to call spring 2020.
Rise 2020.
Hey, we're not ready to unleash the name on the
okay.
public just yet, but we'll let you know. You'll be hip with the kids. You'll stay lit, fam.
Wow.
That's still cool. You couldn't see it, but I dabbed here in the studio. If you listen to the audio recording of this, just imagine a dab in there.
And if you're watching the video, don't
Yes.
say
If
anything.
you're watching the video, protect the business. You cowards. How's everyone doing? Welcome back to the Talking Ruckus podcast.
Huh?
You at home, you in the studio. You want to you want to talk about some video games?
I do. That's
Okay.
why I came here today, Matt.
Just talk about Control again
On
for
top
this
of
entire
taking
podcast.
a deuce in
well,
Kevin's toilet.
Not a deuce. Control,
Yes.
which I finished.
I also finished since the last time we chatted.
How long?
Chatted.
Speaking of
the deuce. How long?
Yeah.
15 to 20, somewhere there.
Yeah, probably around there.
Okay.
We did. I think you also did all the side stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not 100%. I think I missed a few collectibles here and there.
Oh,
I did
yeah.
not find the coffee thermos, so I obviously missed a few collectibles.
Fuck, coward. No,
I
just kidding. I didn't.
played-
It's Alan Wake's coffee thermos.
Played maybe 20 minutes. I just wanted to run it, and I'm like, let's turn the settings all the way up.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah, that
like,
probably
this
did.
looks
Did your house explode?
amazing.
Yeah.
Did
No,
it run?
it
Did
was
it
about
run well?
30. Yeah, it was about 30.
That's pretty good.
That was ultra, like everything.
Once
So
you
I'll turn
get
it
it
down
into
a bit.
combat, it might start to sort of chug.
Especially when you use a telekinesis. That's when things fell apart for me.
Especially
when
on-
I started fucking ripping stuff off walls and throwing it at other walls. Just nine frames a second.
The bathrooms. Every bathroom in the game except for one is just a bathroom.
nice.
But the walls like break really, really nice in them. There's more. I think there
Rip
were
the lino off.
Yeah, there's like more individual particles in the bathroom, I think, than anywhere else. So every bathroom you go into, you attack and everything just breaks and the frame rate just drops. And then everything kind of settles to the ground and you watch it pick back up.
Looks pretty good.
It still looks really good.
I'll play it.
I thought it was as someone who kind of got 75% of the way through and then realized he wasn't doing very much side stuff and the side stuff was starting to add up and I'm like, well, now I've left myself in a situation where I got to grind through all this. I thought it was a ideal game's worth of side content for
Totally.
the game, for a game that length. It was like you'd be less than half the time total playing was side stuff.
Yeah.
So
It did not feel too long. At first I was worried because it's like you have to go find 5 guys and you got to find 5 other things and you got to find 5 other things. At first I was worried it was going to be like just
a lot of that.
find 5 of everything, but they do a really good job of like they're kind of like each one is like a side quest. So you find 5 guys and then you get a cutscene and then you fight a boss and you talk to this new character and it's really well done.
yeah, that was the hardest, or the thing that tied me up the longest were bosses in that game that were optional.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of situations where I ran into those and I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I don't even need to fuck this game. I don't even need to do this.
Wanna go somewhere else?
I kept coming back.
Really, I mean, we talked about it so much right on the show, but I loved it top to bottom. I got completely fucked on that last boss fight. There is some folks, it seems, hit a difficulty spike. I hit it, and Brando sort of didn't have a problem with it. And I've heard like the exact same reports from other podcasts where one person on the show just fucking struggled with it like I did, and one person's like, "What are you talking about? This game's easy."
One of my big problems with that game is the checkpointing. So if you do get to a situation where you're dying to the same boss over and over, the checkpointing is not very good. So it's usually like a good
2 or 3
minute run back from where you get to it.
There's no quick save option.
No, it's all based on like control points, which are basically where you save and customize your loadout and stuff like that. And
there's one run in particular which is really long before one of those optional side bosses that I was wiping on over and over.
Is it the flower?
The flower I got on the second. The flower was
my
pretty
least
good
favorite one.
I think it was the anchor. I think the anchor really fucked me over for a long time. There's just shooting clocks at you and stuff. It was with that fight running back where by the end it was like you could just because it's not like there's combat or like anything to do on the way.
Yeah,
you're just running the whole way.
I thought there were mobs of some kind. Just
Sometimes they spawn, but like you're just running through them because
I think the thing I didn't
care.
like about the flower was it was consistently the same. Like the enemy, those little mold guys down in the little hallway.
Oh, they're so
they
hard.
Were always there, and they always they never hurt me. I had run it enough times to know how to deal with them without taking damage, but it always took time.
Yeah. It's not a perfect video game. It's really close.
It's very good.
I love the world and the storytelling, and like that stuff is so incredible to me.
I will say I liked the kind of, I don't want to call it the B plot, but I liked the storytelling around the main plot more than I maybe liked the main plot.
Yeah, we should really do a control spoiler cast. Like we need one more person to finish this game, and we'll do a little spoiler cast.
I'll do it.
Excuse me, because I got some thoughts. I cannot wait. I am so excited for the DLC in a way that I don't ever remember being excited for DLC. I have to know what happens next. That DLC literally has Alan Wake on the picture.
Oh, cool.
Alan Wake.
I don't know, is that Alan Wake, or
Yes!
is it just a person doing the infamous
It
Alan
could be.
Wake
It
pose?
could just be a person. That'd be weird though.
Did he have a flashlight?
He does.
Yeah,
It's the
it's
scene.
Alan Wake.
It's the scene from the trailer where he's like looking on the ground and then he turns the flashlight into the camera and it does the Alan Wake text, but it says AWE, Alan Wake expansion.
Oh my god!
Altered world event. But
both.
both. Yeah, I can't really talk about it. But Alan, they like Remedy has sealed up their universe now.
Yeah.
Everybody's in the same universe and they make no bones about it.
Cool.
Except for Max Payne is the only one. Well, Max Payne is a book written by Alan Wake, but sometimes the books Alan Wake writes come to life. Max Payne might be out there.
Don't they hint at that in Alan Wake?
Yeah, he literally is writing Max Payne.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I played through that, but it's been so long.
Yeah, it was like 2007 maybe or something.
I feel like I have to go play Alan Wake now.
It's the storytelling is amazing.
And the gameplay is not.
The gameplay is tough. It's not terrible. I played it this year and like
slow, I guess.
I think there are. I don't know if there are difficulty settings. If there are,
don't
like
think
it is not a hard
Just turn it
game.
down.
It is. Yeah, turn it to easy.
Yeah.
It is not a hard game at all. It is just like some more combat, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
It's great storytelling though. If you like Control, you'll really dig Alan Wake, I think.
Yeah, and like I said, I like I kind of got through the A plot, the through line at the end with a lot of questions, which I think they're supposed I think they left a lot of stuff intentionally vague, but I was very much like, I'm not sure how fulfilled I am with how this ended, but all the fucking stuff surrounding it and all the collectibles and all the codex stuff, all of it was just like, oh, this is fucking good. Put this in my veins.
Yeah, cannot say enough good stuff about it.
Does the house work with people? Like maybe that's just the idealistic Alan Wake, and everyone believes it's Alan Wake, and then Alan Wake appears.
Does the house work? Can people become? If I see what you're saying, because archetypal items become if they're in the public consciousness enough, they become special.
Yeah,
there are people. Yeah. No, are there people of?
We sort of don't know.
Or just places.
We sort of don't know.
Places and objects, right?
Well, there's definitely like the peri-utilitarians, like the directors.
Sure.
Alan Wake is one. Your brother, whatever, that thing. Like, they're... I don't want to say...
specifically have
there
powers,
is,
or do things have...
We don't know.
Have
There is
that's
somebody...
kind of the question.
Yeah.
There is somebody in the power plant, maybe? They never... There is like a very vague, blurry image that I saw on a screen that I spent like 2 hours trying to like make clearer. Because it's like a thermal image that kind of looks like a person.
Yeah.
But you never really figure out what's up with the power plant. They're just
The power plant may or may not being run by a person with powers.
Ooh.
Literally in the plant.
In the physical plant.
Yeah. So
Who knows?
I have a lot of questions. Tremendous though. Loved it.
And none of them will be answered.
Probably not.
That's
yeah,
fair.
no. But much like a good TV show ending, we can pretend that they will all be answered
Yeah.
up until the time they're not.
Then they can answer in their fanfic.
It's not really the type of game about like getting. I don't expect total closure. Like I don't expect to learn how everything works. Where you just as long as the kind of as long as the logic is consistent throughout, they probably will never explain it. It's kind of just the genre, the new weird genre. I heard it referred to. I really like that.
New weird.
Yes. If Lovecraft is kind of old weird, you might
Yeah.
think.
New
And
weird.
Eldritch horror, things like
Okay.
Twin Peaks, X-Files, Control. Control, Warehouse 13. New weird.
Okay.
Cool.
It's a tremendous game. More folks got to play it before Game of the Year for sure.
I've got
Fish it
3
out.
months.
Yeah, and it's not long, and it'll grab you. You'll get more powers, and it gets way more fun as the abilities open up.
I've just been committed to another relationship right now.
What is it? You want to tell us what it is?
It's 3 letters.
Massive action game.
Yeah,
The PlayStation 3 exclusive, 128 player.
you got it.
I'm surprised the servers are still up, to be totally honest.
No, it's WoW.
Wow. Classic, eh?
Yeah.
We're doing a good job as a podcast keeping the fingers on the pulse of
That's
WoW.
right. That's right.
I think every show
Yeah, you
I've
got
been on, we've
Kev.
had someone able to carry the baton
I
forward.
think, yeah, between the 3 of us,
Yeah.
someone's always playing.
Totally
Coming
forgot to mention off the top because I'm a terrible podcast host. But our new champ, DDK, I believe, is also a WoW player.
Oh,
Was level 38 last time I checked in, which
Damn.
was today in
fuck.
recording time. What level are you?
I'm senior 9 levels. Him.
Ooh.
So you're 47?
Seven, yeah.
Oh, shit. So you are like over the halfway mark, the home stretch.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think,
feeling it.
I think you're just over the halfway mark.
I thought 42 was half.
Somewhere.
I remember this came up.
We
and
look
I
at
think
we
someone
look it
said
up every
42.
single week on this podcast.
But
It's
it's
either
not really
42,
half.
45, or 47. Well, like playtime it is.
Really?
Like time to level. Yeah,
Oh,
each level
I thought
takes
that
longer,
was
right?
raw experience was 42, but
No.
you're getting more at later levels, so it's not
But it slows down.
truly half.
Yeah.
You're in like what's the help me out, engineer? Experience for quest, pound for pound,
Pound
you're
for
getting less
pound.
experience.
Sure.
You're getting more per quest, but it takes exponentially
Yeah,
more.
your
to
levels
level
are
up.
bigger.
Per
So,
capita.
per
Nice.
capita. That's right. Most liquor stores per capita. Azeroth. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
It's true. Stabbing capital of the world, Stormwind.
Oh, thought you were gonna say Edmonton.
I think
It
Edmonton
used to
is,
be.
yeah.
It used to be.
Damn.
Yeah, Stormwind overtook us. No, I think it's Winnipeg. I think
Oh,
one
then-
year
yeah,
we beat Winnipeg,
yeah.
and I remember it
That
being
was
a big deal.
Yeah.
Like we took it.
More stabbing.
Woo!
I don't think of the world. Maybe Canada.
Yeah, maybe it was Canada.
Oh yeah. No, I think it was. Yeah, maybe it is
I
Canada.
bet you.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
is.
I
I
bet
felt
you
like
people get
Detroit
knifed
is like
more in the
number one in the
States, yeah.
world.
I'm gonna say
but-
sure. Well, see, they're more into like gun violence, different types of violence.
okay.
We
Yeah.
specialize in our knife violence.
No guns
Stabbing.
here. Just knives. That's all we got.
That's right.
Stab you with a smile.
Yeah.
Aw.
And
That's what they say.
polite thank you, eh?
Yeah.
What?
Thank
How?
you.
Why?
Thank you for missing my
Why?
vitals.
Why am I committed? To
Why?
WoW?
Why? Wow.
I don't know. I'm just playing with people and
That's a
not.
reason. That's a. Oh, he's lying.
Yes, he's
Bath has been running me through stuff.
I get an online friend. Sure, I guess that counts.
Oh
now.
no,
Oh,
not
that totally
really
counts.
friends.
That totally counts. Listen,
Yeah.
we just say it's 2019. We just have friends, Bryce.
It is
we
so
don't have
hard to commit to
online
playing
friends
with
and-
real life people.
It's because real
Yeah.
life people suck.
Like,
and they're
Because you
untrustworthy.
play the opposite faction. You could be playing with current champ DDK, who won his title at Resolution. Go watch it now. The pay per view TRWL. Forgot to say at the beginning of the show, but it's up.
It's a terrible podcast host.
Terrible podcast host.
No.
You could be playing with DDK. You could have been playing with me before I fucking smartened up. Another friend of ours, Corey's playing. We
You
got
dropped
like a
it?
good.
Or
Yeah.
you just slowed down.
No, we moved to that new server, and I couldn't find a group for.
That was already a bad move.
Yeah. Well, it was either do you want to wait 2 hours in queue or do you want to move to a new server? And so I was like, why are we waiting 2 hours in queue? Let's move to this new server. And we moved there and couldn't find people to play with. So I was like, well, fuck this.
Yeah, I purposefully looked for a server that would sit at medium to high.
Yeah. The
So
server
even
we
at
moved.
peak
The server
times.
we moved to sits at medium to high,
Oh,
and we still can't find shit. It must be mostly horde.
Maybe.
yeah, maybe I don't know what the faction.
Or they're still low.
Yeah.
So you're
What
ahead of the
is-
curve.
Maybe I don't think I'm ahead of the curve, but
Maybe not now, but
think
when you first started, 'cause
I'm kinda
the server's
in the
fresh
curve.
as a baby.
I was like a week behind.
Yeah, I thought I was behind, but I feel like I'm middle of the pack right now.
Yeah.
People are 40 plus.
Are you having fun?
Yeah,
The real
I don't know.
question.
Are you really having fun, Colin? You don't have to pretend here. This is the
No,
safest
I know,
space.
right? Bryce always asks me, like, is this fun?
This is where
And
I came to
Because
my
you're constantly complaining.
realizations.
Just, this drop rate for this quest. I need 10 of these, and the drop rate's 0.02%.
That has been like 2
I
or
need
3
a
quests.
million of these.
Every quest in the fuck.
No, some of them aren't bad.
That you are describing World of Warcraft. I need
know,
10
I
of
know.
these, and the drop rate is 0.2%.
I don't know. I've still had you have those fun moments or like interaction with random groups or people,
Okay. Yeah.
and that's
every
what's
now
kind of
and
kept me
again.
hooked. If it was just this slog and everyone's assholes and none of it's fun,
Everyone's
I wouldn't be doing
assholes. They're new types of that. They're like entitled asshole. They're like time traveler
it.
assholes.
Everyone's our age.
They're like, I've lived this.
older.
Let me tell you what must happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I am enjoying it.
It's a lot like time travelers. It's a lot like the Terminator rode in on a motorcycle into fucking dead mines and said, "Come with me if you want to live."
I feel like
And then you didn't listen to him, so he shot you in the face.
Ooh.
He took my keys, my gun, and my motorcycle. No,
Yeah, it's a
my
long
clothes,
run back to
my
dead
clothes, my
mines.
gun, and
He
my
had a
motorcycle.
motorcycle.
for Horde. Where did
Not when he
Horde
showed
run
up, he was
from?
naked.
Oh yeah, I see.
I think it was clothes, gun, and motorcycle.
Right.
No. Terminator 1 quotes here. Can you help us out here?
Not the quotes.
I need
no
you.
idea.
I need your blank, and your motorcycle.
I thought it's just your clothes.
I thought it was clothes and
and then he
motorcycle.
took the rest.
Is it clothes and motorcycle? Should probably watch
been a
Terminator.
while.
Should probably watch Terminator 1 again.
Always.
Yeah.
It's a great film.
And your
Yeah.
sunglasses.
It could be sunglasses.
Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe.
Yeah. The pretty iconic part
Terminator
of the whole
needs
look.
sunglasses. Well, once he was a good guy.
Gotta have the eyes.
Remember, Terminator was a bad guy in the first one.
Yeah.
First one was like a horror movie
Like
almost.
the first half.
Yeah. For the entire
most of
first
it.
movie. The entire
Was
first
he?
movie, yeah.
Oh.
They kick him into a pit of... Is he going to the lava at the end, I think?
I
Yeah.
thought that was
That's
the
number
second
2.
movie.
Is that too with the hand?
Yeah, that's the second movie. Because
Yeah.
that's when he saves
Sarah Connor.
Sarah
child.
Connor's child.
Brando held his because the hand goes down to the lava and makes a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Brando held it up. I'm like, I have to pantomime through the thumbs up to relive this scene. I think it's supposed to maybe be mirrored. They either crush him or maybe they crush him in the car plant in the first one.
Yeah.
Because I know the hand survives.
Yeah,
And that's what they
his
make
arm
Skynet
comes
out
off
of.
and he's like dragging himself and shit.
Yeah. I think, yes, you're totally right. And then that hand
Kind of
is...
remember that.
God, we should watch Terminator's
Let's
great.
do that one day.
Good.
Terminator's great. Mm-hmm. Warren and I want to get together and watch all the Saw films. How do you feel about Saw? How do you feel about...
Yeah, I could watch them all.
Okay.
I think I've seen them, but I could watch them all again.
First one, pretty good. The rest, fucking a special kind of trash.
No, there's. I remember there being one good one in the middle that caught me off guard.
5?
Oh.
It might have been 5. It was the one that opened with the autopsy.
Oh, I maybe have not seen a good one in the middle.
Yeah.
That's really exciting. I love bad Saw, so the thought of like good Saw that I haven't seen, oh, baby boy.
Is the first one, it opens with the chick in the face trap.
Yes.
She has a key in
Does it open with her?
Eyeball? No, I think the
Yeah,
guy had the key in the eyeball.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like the
What did the
jaw
girl
face thing.
Yeah.
No, that's later. You meet
Oh.
her later, and she goes through her story. That's Amanda. She's like a main character in the entire series.
There's a lot of like head
Head things.
head
The
cages.
traps,
Yeah.
It's the one with the razor wire.
I like Saws.
I like
I don't
Saws
like
too.
horror movies. It's not really a horror movie.
It's not.
But
It's like
psychological
a
thriller.
yeah, I don't
first
know.
one-
Fest.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, first one's a really good psych thriller.
Yeah.
The rest are just like super gory.
First one's got just a great twist that I remember being like, oh, I didn't know this movie was going for a great twist.
Yeah, it
I
made
thought this movie
exactly
was going for
just weird
ripping
torture
people.
film.
Yeah,
Yep.
such a great film.
that's good. That's a good movie.
Start
I
a movie podcast.
I think I like the game show one. Where it starts with the 6 people in the traps.
Yeah,
and then it goes down to
that's the one. I
5-4.
think that one's
Yeah.
really bad. I think that might be the
No.
last one I've seen.
That is the last one I saw.
That's where like
Uh,
the secret is friendship, right? Where
Yes.
Jake's
Oh
like,
my god.
have you seen the Care Bears? I guess you fucked up.
You know, everyone always makes fun of the secret being friendship, but
that
maybe
one it
that
literally
is. Yeah. Maybe if we all stopped laughing about it, we'd all be a lot better
That's
off.
a very. You're not wrong.
No.
You're not wrong. What else have you been playing on other than wow?
Slay the Spire.
Added a new hero.
Yeah, so it's just in beta. It's not on the
Oh, okay.
retail release.
It's gonna be
So
free.
they're
do
still
you know?
tweaking the DLC.
Is it paid DLC for this new?
Nope, it's all free. Yeah, all their updates have been free. This is the first real content update. There were some earlier on when it came out. But yeah, she's called the Watcher.
Okay, cool.
What does she do?
So
Just closes her eyes. It's really weird.
So same as the others, you're just damaging like strike and defense earlier cards, but she has stances. So there's a calm stance where when you leave it, you gain mana and draw cards, and then there's a wrath stance where you take double damage but you deal double damage.
Okay. Oh, that's cool.
So
For
she
any-
is
sorry to
Yeah.
just cut you off a little bit. For anyone who doesn't know, Slay the Spire is a card game. Splay the Sire is something very different. But Slay the Spire is a card game. I guess it is just a card game.
A roguelike. It's a deck builder.
Yeah, it is a deck builder. There is a lot of games similar to it where you're you're moving space to space and getting new cards as you want as you go. Roguelike deck builder.
I think it's considered roguelike because it's all randomly generated.
Yeah, you're going through kind of a random, almost an FTL path with kind of stories and things.
I hear time and time again, reviews and just other people who have played it, it's very clean. It's just very fleshed out. Whereas other deck builders can feel clunky. I sort
of know what you mean. It is
it's polished.
It's very I don't even know what the word for it is. It presents a ton of per capita. It presents a ton of information to you, and you can just you're oh, I know what's going on.
Yeah. They're still changing cards around, so I haven't quite figured out what to do with her yet.
Well, you just kind of have Aspire.
You just kind of have those god runs where you'll get perfect relics or god cards at the start.
Yeah,
but
so it's a little Binding of Isaac almost, where you're moving from spot to spot and getting passive relic bonuses in some cases. And it's very, very well done. It's on Game Pass. Would highly recommend. Super fun.
I don't know how much it costs because I bought it back in.
Honestly, it's $10 maybe or $15.
Greenlit,
Real cheap.
I didn't know that's what this game was, and I think in my head when the whole time everyone was talking about it, I was thinking of Heroes of the Storm.
Oh yes, yes. See, that's on us. We got to do a better job.
Yeah,
that's on us, Colin. That's on you, and that's on me.
Sorry.
I mean,
hey,
at some point it probably falls on me for not knowing the names of video games.
No. That's you, the audience, shouldn't have to ask those questions. What we're here for.
Let me see.
That was Slay the Spire.
Yeah.
Splay the Sire.
Splay the Sire.
It's very erotic.
Yeah, she's pretty new. It's only been maybe 2 weeks or a week and a half.
Yeah. Any word on when she's coming to public?
I'm not sure. They have to be pretty confident that they like the cards.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like it's a multiplayer game.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like if they do release a new hero and she's super unbalanced or something.
They'll fix it.
It's not a big deal. It would suck to be wow, this hero's unbalanced. But it's not like it's ruining the game for everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to wait for a patch or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. That's kind of exciting because it was getting somewhat stale. I had beaten the highest difficulty on the 3 already released champions, and people were itching for a 4th.
Like a daily challenge type of thing, right? Where everybody kind of gets the same board or whatever.
Same seed.
And see how you do.
Yeah, same seed, and then just go from there. And then there's leaderboards.
It's a cool game. It's a really, really cool game.
I like Binding of Isaac. So.
Yeah, I would highly recommend anybody checking it out. Don't let the card game part scare you.
No, not at all.
It's barely a fucking card game.
Came out last year?
Slay the Spire. I think it might have been 2015.
The official release...
Real old.
The official release might have been late 18, if not this year. But it was in alpha for
forever,
probably a year and a half or 2 years.
That might be what I'm thinking.
It's just what games do now.
Yeah.
Late 2017, it came out of early access.
Okay.
Published by Humble Bundle. I did not know that. Ooh, wow.
Yeah, they've been consistently keeping up with it though.
Yeah.
The big sell on it was in alpha. They were doing weekly updates, and they stuck with that for about a year and a half.
Because of a typo, I thought.
Yeah, initially. So they wanted to do bi-weekly updates, and then they published the Steam article and accidentally put weekly.
Ooh.
And then people called it out on them, well, fuck, I guess we're doing weekly updates.
Wow.
Fuck.
And they stuck to it.
Yeah.
Good
on
They
them.
should fire that guy. One person just doubled your workload.
Just tell them to fuck off, devs.
All 2 of them.
It's like when the mini-map went back in Call of Duty. Oh! We'll talk about that in a bit. What else have you been playing? Is that it?
That and WoW. The last 2 days, I think I played 18 hours of WoW.
What's are you gonna hit 60, do a raid?
I feel like that's where I'm gonna lose interest.
Is the rating?
As soon as you hit 60, it's just kind of gearing up, and I don't know. The leveling is motivation because you have your little progress bar.
You're always seeing that little thing go up.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Especially, and then PvP and vanilla is such a commitment.
Yeah, it sucks.
It
fucking sucks.
I
so
can't
bad.
casually do that.
It's terrible. The whole game might be terrible by today's standards. I think it really might be.
Yeah.
It is such a weird thing. It is
just fucking staying far away from it.
Yeah. It's so strange. It's just this huge cloud of nostalgia that just turns everything it touches into fool's gold, basically. Like, no matter what is in WoW Classic, everyone who played WoW Classic, even myself included, like, I have to be a part of this.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Did you guys hear Ash Ketchum won the Pokemon League?
I heard that. He won literally his first league.
Yeah.
In the
Speaking
show?
of nostalgia, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
The show.
ESPN reported on it.
We had their. It had.
What the fuck?
Did it really?
It was like a joke tweet or something.
okay. It had
I mean,
it-
it wasn't a joke tweet. ESPN tweeted that Ash Ketchum had finally won the
Yeah.
fucking
Big
thing.
deal.
Because like, didn't we just have the 20th anniversary of the show or something?
Yeah.
Not all that long ago.
shit.
So 20 years it took Ash to win his first fucking.
Good job, Ash.
Yeah.
20 years old.
It
Still
was
young.
impactful to me when I think Warren tweeted me telling me, and I was like, huh.
Oh shit!
I care about that more than I thought I would.
Does he go against the league in the original run? Does he go against the Indigo League or whatever, or the final
Yeah,
four?
I
or
remember
whatever?
I remember the first. It wasn't like final. It wasn't based the same way as the game was.
Yeah.
It was like a bracket tournament.
Yeah, I thought he'd lose in the round robin.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make it to
No,
the
he
wow.
I think he loses in the first round of the
Yeah, he doesn't get
final.
far.
of
The
the
semis
of the
or whatever,
brackets. Like
yeah.
they do a round robin. He gets through that, and then he fights that guy with the other Pikachu with the like spiky hair.
Oh
who's
shit!
like his friend.
Yeah.
And he throws out the Charizard, and the Charizard goes to sleep, and that's how he loses.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That's right.
I was-
The
He
way you
hasn't
said
won
that.
for
It's
20
heartbroken.
years, man. Like, who the what? You imagine you've been watching Pokemon for 20 years, and Ash has never the protagonist of this fucking Pokemon story, who just overcomes all, he just saved the world 5 times now or whatever.
Yeah.
And not even just the world, saved all of existence a few times, and is not one
died
of-
several times.
Yeah, came back to
What?
life.
Yeah.
Fucking healed stone Pokemon with his magic tears.
Has he aged?
Nope. Also immortal.
If anything, he looks younger.
And I actually in that picture, I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
But it looks like a different art
he's
style. but-
de-aging.
Yeah.
And he's never won a fucking champ. That'd be like if you
Until
watch Dragon Ball Z
now.
and Goku just. It would be like if the main character of Dragon Ball Z was Krillin.
Just lost
You
every fight.
or Yamcha. It'd be even
Yeah.
more. It'd be like it was Yamcha. You just follow Yamcha. Like, oh, he got beat again in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, I got beat again in 5 seconds.
And
Oh,
then
great.
someone won and saved the Earth, but we were following Yamcha
Yeah.
back to the medical
Who
wing of the
knows?
hospital
Not
at
us.
this point. Yeah.
We spent the last 2 episodes in the bottom of that crater with Yamcha.
It would be like watching Pokemon the whole time and like being like, I'd like to watch details of the guy who won the Pokemon.
Yeah,
League
let's
this
go
year
follow
that
those
I won."
guys.
I think they'd have
Yeah.
an interesting story. More
Yeah.
than this kid just wandering around the countryside.
Yeah.
Nope.
Losing.
It's been Ash for 20 years losing.
That first season, he loses like half of it. Like he wins his like half
most
of his
of it.
gym's battles by like
Power of
fucking
friendship.
turning the
Yeah.
sprinklers on. And,
Yeah. That one's my favorite one. We had a building code malfunction, so I don't, here's your badge, I guess. Kid,
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just can't like reconcile that in my head. So then, were people disappointed when he won? Like, this isn't ad. This is why I watch.
Well,
I've been
just
here
don't
all
know where
these
else-
years.
I don't know where they go from here. Maybe
Yeah.
it's all about the chase, right?
Maybe he becomes the trainer now,
Yeah.
or becomes the gym master.
Gets super like fucking cocky and like gains 500
No,
pounds.
yeah, I was gonna say buff or really fat.
Yeah. Really fat would be good. And the Pikachu's really fat.
Yeah. That's wow. What
Good
a
for
day.
him.
I'm glad we were all able to experience that on this podcast.
Yeah.
That's a monumental day. Bryce, what have you been up to?
I finished another Fire Emblem 3 Houses route. Whee!
What do you have to report, Bryce?
Nothing to
Oh,
report.
okay.
Oh,
Great.
all right, moving on.
Yeah,
Yep.
it literally the notes say Bryce has finished another route in FE3H. Nothing to report. Quote, nothing to report.
Yep.
Is that a
'Cause-
quote from the game?
Oh, because there's a guard in the town, and
Oh,
every
I remember
single
that.
month you walk up to him. Nothing to report, Professor.
See, I
he's the best
should have
character.
known
All
that.
right.
Oh, shit.
That's a fat Pikachu.
That's a fat Pikachu.
That guy looks fun. I want to hang out with that fat
I'd hang
Pikachu.
out with that fat Pikachu.
Chunky.
This Pikachu's got to be like level 100.
He's probably not because he never wins a battle.
So if
That's a
he
good point.
fuses with Snorlax.
Oh, shit.
I wanted to
that would be
maybe
my
pick
favorite
up
Pokemon.
Link's Awakening, but it's so expensive.
It is
How much is
expensive.
it? Is it a full?
It's a
60?
full game.
So,
80.
Really?
So, here's the thing.
It's new game.
It's
Sort
a
of.
new game.
Sort of.
Yeah.
It's not a new
It's-
game.
It's like Resident Evil 2. It's a new game.
That was my comparable. It was Resident Evil
Okay.
2. It feels different because it's more of like a top-down.
Yeah.
But it's
maybe it's more like the Halo Anniversary Collection. Like different in
that was
some
full retail
ways.
too, right?
No, I don't remember.
I think the Anniversary Collection was. Sorry, I'm thinking of Master Chief Collection.
I don't think
Okay,
the
did that
Anniversary
come out?
was. Yeah, Master
Master Chief Collection?
Out.
Yeah.
It
It's
came
been-
out and was broken for a really long time.
Oh,
Still-
I was
still-
like, how did
still
I
broken.
miss all of that? I remember being hyped for it.
Literally
Yeah.
still broken.
Yeah.
Okay.
It might still be broken. They added, or are adding Reach to it.
Yeah, they had an OD. It was so broken they gave everybody ODST for free.
Wow.
We're the real winners.
I like ODST a lot.
I played Link's Awakening. all the way up to
The Switch version, the
the
new
Switch
one.
version.
Okay.
Yeah. All the way up to, this is not very far, the beginning of the first dungeon.
Okay.
And it seems like it is like they one-to-one it a
Yeah.
lot. Like the map layout seems very similar,
Yeah.
and
So why
luckily
is that
for
a
me,
full game? I was thinking like 30,
It's-
40 bucks. Gonna buy this day one. Gonna
Yeah,
have a
why
blast.
Yeah.
That's
if-
kind of in my head what I was thinking as well.
Yeah, I could see an argument being made that it shouldn't be a full retail release, but at the same time, it's a remaster of a game that is kind of so old that you could kind of make the argument where it's like, oh, this is a new Zelda game.
Might as well be.
This might as well be a new Zelda game.
Unless you are
With 8 dungeons, top down, might as well be a new.
like, unless you are like as old as we are or older, you would not have been alive to play that original one.
Well, and I played it a bunch of times up until I was probably like 14,
Yeah.
and I still fucking can't remember half of it. Like, I don't remember where any of the pieces of heart are. Or
Yeah, that full price. That I'm like surprised by that as well. That's
$80 is a lot. Like, so Nintendo never marks down any of their first party stuff.
Nope.
Never.
But even like Crypt of the Necrodancer was only $40.
It's not
true.
first party.
Yeah, I suppose.
But it has the name on it. But yeah, it's super short.
Yeah,
It's
you're right.
4
Yeah.
dungeons.
You're right.
Yeah.
You get
You're talking
twice
about
as
Cadence of
many.
Hyrule.
Yeah. What did I say?
You said Crypt of the Necrodancer. That's
oh,
what I was
sorry.
confused
Cadence,
about.
Cadence
Yeah.
of Hyrule. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was Cadence of Hyrule was 40? Cadence of
Yeah,
Hyrule is
it was
also
cheap.
incredibly short if you play it through, whereas this is like a full length.
How long do you think it is?
Like the Link to the Past length, like Link Between Worlds
Link
length.
Between Worlds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
I
Probably,
played that.
yeah.
I like the art style. It looks
That's cool.
it looks a lot
looks
like
neat.
Link, but like sort of Link Between Worldsy. Different take on it.
Like,
but like
it looks like a toy.
Yeah.
Everyone looks like toys.
like little Fisher Price. They look
Yeah.
like those little. They remind me of the Jack in the Box head for some reason.
Yeah, or like a smaller version of like a marionette kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A little
bit.
like cute, but
Yeah,
I wouldn't
little
trust them.
disconcerting.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
trust them.
Yeah.
I heard the performances a little
That, you know what?
wishy-washy.
It's the first game I played after Control. Might as well
Feels
be
great.
a fucking stick of butter. Yeah.
A solid 30 FPS.
Yes.
Shit.
We should have mentioned that Control runs terribly on
Like
the consoles.
fucking garbage.
Really bad
Yeah.
on the consoles. Just heads up. As much as I sing that game's praises, it has some real. They did put out a patch after you would have played the patch actually, depending on how recently you were playing. It was like a
Didn't help that much
I think
then.
it was like a week or two ago.
Yeah.
Apparently, that big pause, that big like stutter after the pause screen,
Mm-hmm.
they fixed. Performance not great, but that huge stutter was apparently something they addressed in that patch.
Sweet.
Maybe they did. Maybe I just didn't update the game.
It could be.
Yeah.
Sorry to derail. I don't even.
Yeah, no,
A Link Between Worlds. A Link to the
first
Past.
dungeon.
Yes, got up to the first dungeon. It seems like exactly what I expected it to be.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to play it. It
Ooh,
is
man, that
it's a
game.
big nostalgia hit.
Yeah.
That game for me, partially because I played that game a lot, but more so because I played that game a lot and then didn't keep playing it the way I play Link to the Past every 2 years or play Ocarina of Time every 2 years. This game I played a whole bunch on my Game Boy, and then when my Game Boy stopped working, never touched it again.
It's been years since
Yeah.
you've touched it.
So I was like, huh. And I have a lot of memories of like road trips with that game, like
Yeah.
being in the car, in the backseat of the car, playing that game over and over again. So
There are some new features I know. Some like I don't know. I think it's called Dampy's Dungeon
it's like a
Designer
dungeon
or whatever
builder,
that thing
yeah.
is. That thing I've seen what it is and it looks completely like not worth anyone's time. You're just taking. You're not even. You're just taking pre-made rooms and stitching them together in different
Oh.
ways, which is really. It's not. You're not like.
Can't even build your own.
No, you're not
No.
placing enemies or pits, which is what you want. You're like
Yeah.
the Mario Maker of Zelda.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, you're just taking these prefab pieces.
how
and
far
putting them
away can
together.
that be?
You wouldn't think very
For
far.
Zelda?
Yeah,
Feels
Like,
like
a
it's just
Zelda
one more
Maker.
step. Yeah.
I wonder if there's maybe not the. It would. I think it would have to be a smaller thing. I think it would
Yeah.
have to be like a $40, much tighter thing meant to sell less. Is there that kind of? Do you think nostalgia for like OG top-down Zelda compared to Mario?
No, I don't know. And I feel like it would be so much more puzzle driven than Mario is.
Yeah, it would be a very very different thing.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's
I think it'd
gotta-
be neat.
I mean, they should just kind of do that with all their shit. Like
Sure. Every game should
open
do
it
that
up.
with
Yeah,
them.
totally. Map makers.
Yeah, fucking
are
control
fun.
maker.
We used to always have map makers.
Yeah.
Then they went away. Halo. What happened to Halo Forge? I think it was great.
Yeah.
Some of the best shit came out of that.
Literally
Look-
every asset.
Yeah, look at
available.
look at some of the stuff they're doing in Super Mario Maker with like. Did you guys see that first-person dungeon crawler
Yeah,
thing?
that was
Holy
dope.
shit! That thing is fucking like has
There's also
3D art made out of the pipes and it is crazy.
They also made like a rhythm based game.
Oh, yeah,
where,
I saw
like,
that
the
one.
You have to jump to the time of the music that's playing
Oh, nice.
to get through the level.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
They should do more of that stuff. What else have you been up to, Bryce? Anything? Who are you? I don't
We're
know.
at Brando now.
Brando?
Quick switch.
There's a transition using
Tell me.
the
Oh, one of
Link's
those.
Awakening baton.
One of those one-wheeled bikes.
Yes,
Unicycle.
that's right. I'm on his shoulders juggling.
Tremendous.
He's on the unicycle.
Tremendously unicycle.
Yeah, he's juggling also and throwing the balls up to me, and I'm catching them, and I keep juggling.
Wow.
Someone's gonna light the balls on fire soon.
I have swords,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's throwing the balls up to me, and as he throws the balls up to me, I'm dropping swords down to him.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's very keep this trick going here. What's up with Gears 5?
Gears 5, I started about a week ago. I'm playing with 2 people on a 3-person campaign.
Is it how many people can max?
3
co-op?
people.
Is the max?
This is the max.
That's an interesting number.
It's one
That's
more.
the new-
It's one more than ever.
Yeah, that's the new 4.
Yeah.
Everything is 3 now.
It's weird. Okay, where to start?
You just put the do-rag on.
Yeah,
shit.
You play as 2 like Gears style characters, armored, big
Speakers
hulking
on
guys.
their chests.
Yeah. And then the third person is, remember Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rips doors.
Yeah, he rips doors.
Jack!
He's kind of your robot that follows you around, and I think in Gears 3 he kind of got an attack option where he would go like on his own. You wouldn't be commanding or anything. He would go like zap people behind cover.
Yeah, maybe.
It was
I think
really
he
close
might
to the end of 3 where
think he
Baird's
might
like showing up being like, I got a surprise.
call the hammer in or something for you one time.
Maybe. Anyway, the third player is your Jack.
Weird.
Yeah.
So can it fly and like move up and down?
Yeah, it moves up and down. It has a whole bunch of abilities. Like it has a shock attack. It can make you and your partner invisible. It can make you and your partner not take damage for a few seconds.
Like just one person or both people?
Both person. Well, it's like a pulse thing. So
Yeah,
I think
okay,
as long as
everybody's
he's close
close.
to you, then you can. Then it hits.
Does he like stick to cover?
No. So he turns
blowing
invisible.
my mind.
Usually, yeah. It's crazy. It was.
Does he have an active reload?
I don't think so. I've never played it since.
Oh, okay, okay.
But it seems like, so the game is, I think, designed where you can do 2 players, and if you're 2 players, you'd be the humans, I imagine, or maybe you can still be one person can be Jack.
Kate and other.
Yeah, it's switched for me, so we haven't been the same 2 people the whole game.
Oh, weird.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
Weird. I wonder if you played through single player, if it would also switch you characters.
the person who I am through all from chapter 2 on was not in the first chapter, so.
Oh, okay.
It could be
So that's
maybe
probably a
it
yes,
switches
then.
at the end of chapter 1 and maybe stays the same because I've been Kate and Warren has been Dell. I don't know if you remember Dell, but
the
it's
guy
Kate's
from
friend.
4?
Yep.
Like the main dude, right? You play. Who do you
No,
play
so
as in
I
4?
would. Marcus's son,
whose name is
JD.
Jack Daniels. Right? Jack Daniels Phoenix.
Dominic.
Santiago.
James Dominic.
Maria.
Maybe. He's named after Dominic.
Oh, he's named after Dom.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm with you.
Anyway, he's.
Jesus Dominic. Jesus Dominic.
That's right. A white guy named Jesus. Yeah, hey.
His parents were saying that Dom is Spanish. Dom and Maria.
No, he's not Dom's kid.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
He's Marcus's
Yeah,
kid.
you're totally right.
Who's
Anyway,
Spanish?
we're getting derailed.
Ah, shit.
So you start the game as JD, who is the character you played the entire Gears 4
Yes.
with.
Okay.
And then you move to Kate in chapter 2.
What is this, Metal Gear 2? What are we doing?
It's big bait
What
and
a
switch.
fake out.
Big bait and switch. So I think normally if you didn't have the third person, Jack is very like bound to buttons, and you would like command him to do these attacks, and he can go fetch guns for you. So I think it's kind of
I see.
a tag system, and then an AI Jack would go do. It's not Jack, but I can't remember his name. Might be Jack.
The robot, right?
The robot, yeah.
It was. If it's the same robot from the first one.
Yeah,
it's
it
Jack.
was Jack. I just can't remember if it's the same one or if they just named him after
Better.
the old one.
Oh, I see.
So, but yeah, he has like a little tow cable that he can bring you like guns from across the map, and
Weird.
it's really neat. And I think having it, so we're playing it on a difficulty up, which is pretty hard. I think it is made a lot easier by having a player control that character.
Yeah, I can see that.
But you also have to find someone who wants to,
I was gonna
because
say,
you're
like,
almost not playing Gears of War at that point.
I want to try it. Like it doesn't.
It's-
What you're
it's
describing
neat.
doesn't seem. It seems fun for like 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, I healed the boys. I brought up some guns. I ripped the store.
I wanted to, like, we got through a chapter, and then I was like, you want to switch?
Yeah,
Like,
let's
we can
mix it
kind of
up a little
take
bit.
turns being, and the guy who started playing with him was like, no, I like it. It's great. And I was like, good. I don't want to fucking do it. So,
You're calling the
Weird.
shots.
Yeah.
He's gonna go through
Everyone
that.
jump in. You're going to be indestructible. Spray and pray.
yeah.
He'll probably never play that campaign again, and that will just be
His
how he
memory
thinks
of it.
Gears 5 is.
And it's got to be, like, in some, like,
I don't think it was very hard.
you're playing such different games depending on who you are that, like, I bet you it's super frustrating for him in situations where me and Warren keep dying because it's probably not hard for him what he's doing, and then it's super frustrating for me and Warren when he keeps dying trying to do something that he's doing, because you're like, oh, it's not that hard not to get shot, just stay behind cover. But it's like he's playing a totally different game where it's not about staying behind cover, it's about like being invisible until the right moment to not be invisible so you can use your abilities, and then being invisible again. Like, it's a totally different.
That seems so weird.
It's fucking
are
crazy.
Kate and Dell pretty similar? Do you know?
Kate and Dell are identical.
Okay, the two human players are,
and they're identical.
No abilities.
No,
there's
and they're
weapons.
identical to all the Gears
Okay.
players we've played in the past. So
That's wild.
it's such a big step for like just a third person in the campaign to come in and control.
so weird.
It's crazy.
It feels like they slapped that on. Like they had
just,
the AI
just
there.
hearing about it, like,
It's very Nintendo.
yeah.
It
I
seems
was
like
gonna
it
say
was-
it reminds me of the Mario mode where, like, I'm the hat, you
Yeah.
can jump on me.
Sure.
Or Super Mario Galaxy. You can collect the bits. You're
Or-
totally
yeah.
playing the
Totally,
game.
yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
It is a little bit like that because it is, you can do everything he's doing with like commands. I think if he's not controlling them, you just can't do them nearly as well. Like
Yeah.
you're just incapable of fighting and doing like the amount of things he's bringing us guns and shocking enemies and making us invisible at the right time. Like you just couldn't do that as fast as he's doing it when you're trying to play the game.
Yeah, players are better than the computer
Yeah,
counterparts.
exactly.
That makes a lot of sense.
And not even computer, but I don't think the computer does anything unless you're telling him to.
Oh,
so
it's
you're
just
just
abilities,
physically
basically.
pressing different
yeah,
buttons
make
to
us
command
invisible.
him. Yeah.
Beep. Bring us a gun. Beep.
Right.
Okay.
So it is.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, it is. It is fascinating. I will say that game right now might be the best looking game I've played all year.
Wow.
Yeah.
What the control?
Control.
Yeah. No, better looking. Well,
Frame
my
rate
control
aside.
ran like garbage.
Okay.
And it kind of looked like mud, which I think they did to make it run as good as it did run.
Yeah.
So
it's, I've heard the PC port of Gears 5 is incredible.
Yeah.
Which sounds great.
the kind of the layout of it is a very linear chapter 1.
Mm-hmm.
It is a open world chapter 2. It is an open world chapter 3, and then it seems like a very short linear chapter 4. And that's it.
Is there anything to do? And that I've heard that open world is maybe a little sparse. Maybe I heard it described as, quote, containing literally no enemies.
There are no there are no enemies in the open world part. And then
Okay.
you kind of go into branches of the open world where it kind of launches you into a more linear part with enemies.
like a part of the campaign, or is it like there's a
No,
building over
there's
here
a lot
that
of,
we're gonna like kind of
there's a lot of side stuff that is basically like, oh, we found this optional building. Haven't seen any enemies in the whole open world, but we found this optional building. Let's go in, and now you're in a linear kind of half Gears level.
What would doing one of those get you?
It gets you components and parts that upgrade your robot.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there is more than literally. I heard described as literally nothing.
No, it's
Of like you just drive point to point. Why is this here?
It feels a little bit like, I was joking with Warren that I feel like this is the year of the game they turned into an open world game that didn't need to be
a
an
little
open
bit
world
what
game.
I'm kind of
Yeah.
worried about.
This doesn't need to be in the game, but I don't think it's bad.
Is it unoffensive?
No, no, it's and I think you can spend a shockingly little amount of time in it if you want to.
Yeah.
I think you can kind of go to, like, it's basically 3 main story missions around the open world that you have to do, and the rest is like finding upgrades. Some upgrades are really good.
Yeah.
So there's reason to do it, but it's another one. And getting around the open world, you're on this like skiff, which is like, picture it as almost a like a non-motorized snowmobile. Like it's like a
Okay.
What?
a
sled?
bobsled. We'll call it a bobsled.
Okay.
We'll
like
call it
a
bobsled.
GT racer.
Kind of, yes. And then, so that's a place that one of the humans can sit and kind of navigate, mark stuff. And then on the back is a guy on kind of a snowboard holding on to cables that attach to the bobsled. And then the cables go out in front of the bobsled into a big parachute. And it's catching the wind, and he's kind of like snowboard surfing the thing around.
That sounds pretty dope,
it's
actually.
Fucking really dope. Me and Warren both like took turns controlling it like immediately when we found it, and we're like, this thing is awesome.
Yeah, that seems rad.
And you're like going off jumps, and like you can kind of feel the wind taking you like a little bit further up than you should, and then you come crashing down and take damage. But no, there's nothing there to kill you.
Yeah,
so
fuck it.
who cares? And it's a big snow area, and then the third chapter is kind of a big sand area with I think the same kind of skiff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, snow skip versus sand skip
the
is
same
very
thing.
different.
Yeah. I really like it.
Yeah.
It's we're playing it on, like I said, a difficulty up from normal, and the difficulty spiked in a couple spots, namely during bosses. I feel like the bosses are the worst part of that game.
Bosses.
Yeah. There's lots of big encounters in Gears.
Yeah.
Like you fight a big helicopter at
1,
one
2,
point.
3, you only get one boss. You only get one boss per, and the 1 and 2, you don't even realize it's a boss because it happens halfway through.
Well, there's the Corpser. You fight the Corpser in one.
Yeah,
that
okay.
isn't the boss. Like, that's more
Sure.
what I mean. Like a
I
big
get you.
major single enemy.
Shoot the glowing
Big
bits.
bad.
Yeah,
the
I'm with you.
big, what are the guys called with the big cannons?
Brumac!
Yeah, but they're Swarmax now.
I think those are the ones with swarmers on them.
Yes.
I've been playing a lot of Gears 1 and 2 and 3 lately. I'm pretty good on
Are you
it.
doing the gauntlet?
Yeah.
So you have 3 or 4 left?
We're on 3. We're like halfway through 3. They're not long. They're like 8 hours, less than 8 hours
I kind
each.
of want to do that, but I
They're
kind of
real-
just want to play 5.
I think
if you put them on easy,
I played 1, 2,
you
3.
fucking just rip through them.
if you've
I played it
played
before.
1, 2,
I haven't
3,
played
then
4
you know.
though.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I finished 4, but I remember it being really good.
Yeah. Warren played 4 on easy before we started 5 and got through it in no time flat. So.
What level of a Gears stan are you? Do you think? What is this like? How are you on Gears 4? Is Gears 5?
I think Gears 5 is better than Gears 4.
Is it's a great standout game? Or like for Gears it's okay.
Here's what I'll say. I think if you, like you did the due diligence of going through the first 3, I think 5 is going to give you a lot more that made you happy that you did that.
Okay, cool.
Than 4 did.
Cool.
Because I feel like I went through all 3 and then I played 4 again, and I was like, Warren can play this. Warren can pick up and play this, no problem. There's nothing that harkens back to that first trilogy.
It's
really,
kind of
like,
a clean break almost.
Yeah, the only thing is like Marcus is old.
Yeah.
Really?
He's the only attachment. Yeah.
Now I don't want to play 1, 2, 3.
He's actually.
Should I just play 4?
But what I'm getting to is now in 5, there have been a lot of moments where I've been like explaining to Warren what happened in 2.
Yeah.
Because it's starting to tie back in some really cool
it's
ways.
Adam Phoenix's father. Is under the mansion.
Yeah.
It's very
Okay.
Resident Evil style.
Now I'm playing all of them.
Yeah, specifically 2.
There's
There's
some big-
a lot of stuff from 2 that
2 they just said it. Like 3 is the 2 they just set it up, and you're like, I don't understand what any of this means. And 3 they start to break down like, oh, here's what spoilers for the Gears 1, 2, and 3. Like here's what the emulsion is, and here's why the queen it looks so human, and here's why all this stuff happens, and they leave so many questions unanswered in 3, even that you're just like, holy.
Did they port 1, 2, 3?
They ported
1 they did.
Oh.
Ultimate, only 1, yeah. Only
So
one
2 is that 360?
they're all on Game Pass, I think.
They are all on Game Pass. They're backwards compatible, so if you have an Xbox, it is 360, but if you have an Xbox One,
unlimited
it's,
to a PC or I could just hook up my 360. I think I have 1 and 2.
they're on. It's on. If you do have Game Pass, the Gears Ultimate Edition is on
Oh, okay.
Game
That's
Pass.
everything?
No, it's just a remaster one.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's got a couple extra missions on that too, but they're nothing. We did them, and they're
How am I gonna play 2
interesting,
and
but,
3 then?
You just need an Xbox One.
I might. No, I don't think.
I'll dig out my games. I think
I was gonna say I might have a copy.
I definitely, if you have a console, I definitely have the discs. I can 100% get you the discs for 1, 2, and 3 on Xbox 360 if you need.
Yeah, my 360 is literally the, I guess you would say, motherboard sitting on a piece of cardboard.
So does it have a
it
disc
still
tray?
functions.
It
Yeah,
has a
it
disc
does.
tray. Yeah,
You have to pull it open, but
yeah, that'll work. I can get you those discs.
Good.
That's all you need. It probably runs way fucking better like that than it
it's
did in the
'cause
show.
It was a OG Day 1 360.
Wow.
And everyone was red ringing.
Wow. I went through 7. I went through literally 7 360s.
I red ringed once, probably about 2 or 3 years after it came out. I'm like, no, ripping this apart. Took it all out and just put it on like a hard surface, and it was fine.
Wow.
And it lasted for, well, it still
Till
works. So,
today?
Yeah.
That's pretty incredible.
What was it? Something with the controllers, because they were wireless.
They
You
They
Wired
had
ones?
wired ones.
yeah.
So I think the wireless one stopped working, so I had to buy a wired one, and I have like one functioning USB port, and that's how I play it.
Works.
one player.
You
Yeah.
know, that's all you need.
Man's got to play games.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I have a bunch of 360 games I just never ever play again unless they turn backwards compatible.
Nope.
Or I get a 360, which
Probably not
I'm
gonna
shaking my head no. I've given Microsoft tens of thousands of dollars over the years. They can go fuck themselves. Where's my Xbox 2 or whatever bill? Fucking kept that company in business in the 360 days.
Talking about Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Maybe. I was watching a documentary about Bill Gates recently. Fascinating man.
Yeah.
What have I played? Modern Warfare beta. Played a bunch. Played I'm gonna say a good 7 or 8 hours or something. It's fun. Like It is Modern Warfare. It is that original Modern Warfare game. It feels like almost to a T, where it's been a lot of years since Modern Warfare, admittedly. I think 2004 or 6 or something. But like the perks seem one-to-one in a way that I'm like, I recognize every single one of these. I think the gun customization might be a little more in depth. There wasn't one in the beta, but I've heard there is gonna. I think there is gonna be one in the game.
Oh fuck!
And like it is Modern Warfare.
Is this a battle royal?
No, this is Call of Duty Modern Warfare. This is a 6-on-6 team deathmatch shooter, or you can play Headquarters, or like the other modes. They have a 32-on-32 now called Ground War, which I think fucking sucks ass, but it's in there if you want it. They were talking a lot of big game about like this one's gonna be slower. It's gonna be quote more realistic. So you're gonna be a little slower moving. You're not gonna run at the 68 miles an hour you used to. You can mantle, but it's slower. Like the pace of the game is gonna be slower. We're not gonna have a mini map. That's really gonna slow it down. And so they tried that for a week, and all the loud Call of Duty players hated it, and so the mini map is back in.
Yay!
And a lot of the like slowing it down seems they're kind of slowly rolling back what they have been saying of like maybe we won't slow it down.
Nobody wants a slow game.
I'm torn because nobody wants a slow game, including me.
But nobody wants
also,
just another Call of Duty.
Yeah,
it's kind of my
exactly.
problem.
I feel that's exactly what they want. They've been buying it for 12
that's what the
years
loudest
now,
people want. You're right. That's what the loud people want, but they're gonna fucking buy it anyways, minimap or no. Honestly, so
I don't know if I'm gonna buy this Call of Duty.
I
think I'm gonna play Warren's
So
for the campaign and not touch the multiplayer.
I went through the
campaign.
There will be a campaign. I went through the exact same thought process you just went through of like played it and actually had a great time with it, and then I knew the minimap stuff ahead of time, but started thinking about the minimap stuff and was like if it's just the minimap, fine. But if it's like, we want a dolphin dive, put a dolphin dive, here's your dolphin dive. We want this, here's this. We want this, here's this. Like, I don't want to be on that ride of them slowly making it just more Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I don't think they will, honestly. I think the minimap was, having played that beta, I think the minimap was a smart change.
Putting it back in.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Now that Call of Duty is just by the way it looks, I think, slower because it feels like there are so many places to hide in maps now. There are, Call of Duty maps used to be like Counter-Strike maps. It is, it's very analogous to like a paintball field where it is just a few simple pieces of geometry. Like there's a big square in the middle for cover. There's a triangle over here. There's a tunnel you go through over here, and that's kind of it. But now, like, every building in the map you can go into, every building has, and there are still those spots where like, oh, there's a narrow bridge, yada yada.
Yeah.
But every building has windows that you can all shoot out of. There is a stick to the corner mechanic now called mounting, which I really like, where you, when you're aiming down sights and you come to a corner, you press the mountain button and you can kind of like peer your gun around. And you have no recoil while you're doing it. So if you know where, I've come to learn some of the maps now in a way that there's always like the map starts, it's like Counter-Strike. The map starts, people rush, there's always going to be someone in that one window.
Yeah.
And I know how to mount on this corner perfectly now, and I can do it with my eyes closed, just around the corner, eyes closed, always get a kill in the first 5 seconds of the map. And like learning to use the mount is I think really fun and interesting, and again kind of slows the game down because you can check corners with just your gun showing now instead of having to run into a room and be like, well, I'm dead. I really like it. This is the first Call of Duty that I like have kind of gotten obsessed with in this since Advanced Warfare.
And it was just a weekend beta?
Yeah, beta's open this weekend. I can't even quantify, like, it is so similar to Modern Warfare like it was. It runs incredibly. It's almost like WoW Classic in a way, where it isn't this huge bloated thing of like hero classes and tokens and unlocks. You're leveling up, you're getting your perks, your gun has a level. Get 10 kills with your gun, you can put all the sights on it. Kind of like that gun level might as well not even be there, which I really appreciate because
it feels like the original
Modern
Warfare.
Because like using your gun, Call of Duty got to a point where it's like I have to use this gun for 8 hours to get a scope on it, to not just have iron sights. Like,
I remember getting my golden dragon off. That was a big deal.
You got your golden dragon off?
Yeah. My golden dragon
I'll
off.
just pay someone to do that for me.
Dragonov was a sniper rifle.
You know what I'm saying?
A higher attack speed sniper rifle.
Oh, you don't got to tell me, sir. It's the lethal version.
Oh,
of the
Dragonov?
Dragonov.
I can't.
I don't remember
I
his
was
spell.
off too.
Yeah.
Dragonov.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I still want to play these campaigns because I really like a lot of Call of Duty campaigns, but I think they could make the best Call of Duty game in the world, and I would still only like the multiplayer for about 10 hours.
I've only put about 10 hours in.
Yeah.
I'm still liking the I think this might be the one that gets me back in. I'm not going to know till I get it and like put a good weekend into it and see if I still like it or not.
I always like them at the beginning.
So do I.
Because I feel like I'm keeping up at the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm going to play something else for 2 days, and I'm
then
never
go
going to
back
get
to
another
it.
kill again.
Yeah. I will say the PC version looks and runs amazingly. It is on my 980 Ti, which is an old card at this point, 5 or 6 years old. Everything is cranked to ultra, and I'm super sampling at 140%, and I could probably go to 160% and still not drop.
I got a laugh out of that starter menu where both your guys are running forward when you're waiting for matchmaking.
Because it's super
you
blocky.
load it in, and because it streams the textures, there was just like 3 frames of just this block
I
figure.
love Blockman. Blockman should be a
hilarious.
cosmetic.
Yeah.
Um,
And then I watched you a bit today.
Yep.
And you were wondering if spoofing was a thing, and
Yes.
it is.
Because so the game is totally crossplay, which is amazing. It is matching you based on what you're playing with. So I was playing on PC with a controller. Warren is playing on Xbox with a controller.
Yeah.
He and I can play together, and we only get matched against people playing with controllers. So we're playing against PS4 players and PC players who have controllers, yada, 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 which is amazing. Amazing. Like, oh my goodness. We played it all weekend. It is the most incredible every
It feels
video
like
game.
it shouldn't have taken us as long to get here.
No.
I'm happy someone did.
I guess Fortnite has been doing this for a long time.
Oh.
But we don't play Fortnite, so
Yeah.
I kind of missed that. Every fucking game should do this forever now. It is amazing. And like what a great way to make sure like your PC version doesn't just die off. And it like worked flawlessly. The first day was a little iffy where I was using controller getting matched against keyboard players and like I'm actually still winning, but I don't like this. It makes me feel bad.
It's unfair.
And you can tell the difference too sometimes where like
for sure.
even so I was asking today because it shows you at the beginning of the game what everyone's using and what system they're on. And it was sick because we're all using controller. It was saying we were matching against controller players. There were some players who were very clearly either lagging, super lagging, like something was going on with the kill cam, or they were using controllers. Pardon me, mouse and keyboard.
Right.
Because you can tell just the very twitchy nature, especially with Call of Duty. And it totally got me thinking like there must be a way to
I literally
Trick it.
just Googled
plug in a
it.
controller and spoof it
I
so
just
you're using
Googled
the
it,
keyboard.
and it was people who made auto hotkey scripts.
Yeah.
And it ran, and it just pushed your input constantly. Because, like you
I
said, you
believe
could
that.
unplug it in the middle of a match.
You cannot.
Or no,
you cannot
would,
unplug it.
Like, I mean, you would shut off your controller in the middle of the match, and you
then
get that pop up.
Yeah, it's like, hey, please reconnect your
All
controller.
it does is override that constantly.
They'll get that figured.
Yeah.
I'm like that
I feel
is-
like that's going to be a PC issue, though, for a while. You can fix it, and then people will...
It's like hacking in your games,
Yeah.
right? It is kind of a form of cheating, of hacking.
Yeah,
And,
like, I'm sure they'll ban people.
yeah, there's always
here for
issues,
enough.
and they'll always get over it. But like I saw people on PS4 using a mouse and keyboard, which sort of made me like I don't trust the man I don't trust the person who uses a mouse and keyboard to play Call of Duty on a PS4, you know. So every time you get matched into a lobby, you're like, I'm gonna extra
Just
try to
call
kill
the
these
police,
people.
maybe.
Yeah. But I am so positive on it. I think the crossplay thing enough is like I'm gonna buy it and just try to support what I really think is the most the crossplay thing to me is like the single standalone most amazing thing in video games in a really long time.
Yeah, you need to do it. It's been tried a couple times. I remember I tried way back in the day on original Xbox. It was a Final Fantasy MMO.
Oh yeah.
And it was PC and Xbox.
Yeah.
And it was huge for a while because of that.
The Shadowrun first-person shooter on 360, which was fucking terrible.
When does this come out? Like a month?
October 25th, not November. No. Another reason to call the cops. Speaking of being unsettled. Somebody asked me, and they're like, when's Call of Duty come out? And I like rolled my eyes like, November, you idiot. Like, nope, actually
Egg on your
October.
face.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm so positive on it. It looks amazing. It runs amazing. I really like playing it. I think I'm gonna get a Call of Duty game and maybe bounce off it like I have for quite a few, but I don't know.
All for me, except for Advanced Warfare.
Advanced Warfare was the last one I really got into, and that
Me
was
too.
2013. I think that was new console year.
Yeah.
So
Last one I played.
I'm excited. I think this might be. I don't know. I really want to know what the campaign is like. It's just a broad review of like campaign's really good or campaign is total fucking garbage because that'll probably tip the needle one way or the other. But like, you could do a lot of really interesting things with a new Modern Warfare with a reboot. What if Bryce is a bad guy? I love it. What if they get Lance? I never remember his name. Henriksen. Henriksen. What's his?
The guy from Detroit.
Yeah, and the
and countless other better performances.
I think it's Henriksen or Lance Henriksen.
Guy from Alien.
That's the guy, Bishop from Alien. That's right. What if they got him back as Shepard and like your Shepard's boy this time? You got to hunt down Price, the terrorist who launched these nukes at the U.S. I am super excited.
I'm interested to see what, like, not even what the plot is, but what if it becomes immediately apparent. It's like, is this a reboot? Or is this kind of faking to be a reboot, but it's actually a sequel?
Yeah.
Or is this faking to be a reboot, but it's actually a prequel?
It could go any way.
Nah.
I've heard an announcer in the multiplayer that I think sounds exactly like Nikolai, your Russian fucking
my
pilot.
boy.
And I've heard one that sounds a lot like Gaz or Ghost. So I don't know.
I've rescued Nikolai so many times from that godforsaken house.
Nah. We have to get Nikolai. Fucking then. Well, I mean, he pays it back in the end. He's a good man, it turns out. Yeah, Call of Duty. It's weird. It's weird. Like, having to stop playing Modern Warfare to go and record a podcast is a thing that happened 15 years ago, or whenever the first Call of Duty Modern Warfare was out. And so that's really unsettling. Really
You can
unsettling.
say that about WoW.
And WoW as well. Yeah.
I had to stop playing Classic to come do a podcast.
Yeah. Any other game? Do I have any other games? I don't know. We're starting a Minecraft hardcore playthrough over in the stream. If you want to come check that out, we're on day 5. Don't want to brag. On day 5.
So it's just
you?
Iron mode?
Yeah,
or whatever they call
single
it.
player Iron Man, super
Iron
hard
Man.
difficulty, 1 save. I don't really know what.
You and Dan?
No, just me. Just single player. I've honestly never played Minecraft until like this year, kind of seriously. So apparently it's a real video game. You're leveling up.
It is, yeah.
You're getting experience. You got a hunger meter. It's combat.
It'd be weird to see what that is from.
Apparently-
I played it back in, was it beta?
Yeah, or alpha
When it was free?
Yeah. Oh, that would have been like early alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's apparently there's a way to like roll credits, like beat you win Minecraft now.
Oh, cool.
So
That's been out for a while.
Oh yeah,
4
it's
years?
been years, but
Yeah.
Minecraft was always a game for babies, Bryce. All right,
Yeah, that's true. That's-
I'm a man.
I'm a man.
Minecraft man. Not a Minecraft boy.
So you're gonna play till you die, or gonna restart or play till credits?
Yeah, we'll play till we die. I don't know. We'll
Okay.
see how far we get. I'm hoping we make it to like day 1,000 and then I jump off a stone, or we like get disconnected. We'll die in the dumbest way. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Dig down. Oh, lava. Yes, we're done.
Yeah, could happen. lots of ways it could go bad. That's going on the Twitch channel. Come check it out if you want. Probably tick away on that most of this week here. Anybody got any other games you want to bring up here? First half? I think we're looking
First half. Calling it now.
we're looking pretty good.
I have gotten a new wind on Creature in the Well.
Those the sort of pinball,
The
not pinball.
yeah, going down into the cave, going
Yeah.
lower and lower. Yeah. I think the last time we talked about it, I said, yeah, it seems like something that's fun and I might play in my free time. But
Yeah,
I'm
you're
kinda,
pretty cool on it.
Yeah, I was like, it's good. It seems to be doing what it's. I just don't think I care about what it's doing well. And now it's some of the upgrades and some of the challenges they're throwing at you have kind of roped me back in. Where I was like, oh, this game's got a little more layers than I thought it did. Starting to become almost a little bullet helly.
Yeah.
Where I'm like dodging lasers while I'm shooting the little white thing, the pinball equivalent, at the guns that are shooting the lasers at me. Because as soon as I hit them, instead of shooting lasers, they shoot more pinballs at me that I can hit at more other stuff.
Wow.
Also, I got a fucking red dot sight on my baseball bat now, or whatever.
Like a laser sight.
Yeah.
Creature in the Well.
Yes.
Is that game.
Yes.
Perfect. We're over a quick break. We'll come back here. We'll do the news. We'll see all you here on the second after this musical
The
break.
second half.
I don't know. I looked at the screen
second
because I heard myself clipping and it fucked me up. Oh. I have to pee.
I have to pee as well.
I have to just stand.
Oh.
That's fair. Did you ever finish 3 houses? One route?
No,
Entertain.
I do like a month a week.
Okay.
So
That's fair.
it's chipping away.
Nice and slow.
Yeah, you got to chip away at it.
I'll get it. I'll beat it before.
Oh, yeah.
the end of the
Got
year.
it.
I think I'll only play. I might play again. There's always like a gap early in the next year where I'm like, there's fucking nothing to play.
Oh, yeah.
And I think Sekiro I'm gonna play then, and I'll probably play another playthrough of
3 Huses.
3 Uses. That's a good game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fucking good game.
Good game. So much DLC coming.
It's a lot of DLC.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't stand. Oh. Fuck, my ass hurts when I fucking don't stand up at break.
Yo. It's just 4 hours of sitting. No big deal.
Ah.
What's going on in the chat room?
Hi, chat.
Is chat open on here? No. Probably can't
I
handle
can't
it
see what you're
anymore.
saying.
Just believe. Oh yeah, Entitled Goose Game came out yesterday.
My buddy Andy got that one. He was saying it was pretty funny. He said he bought it with his fucking Nintendo coins.
Ooh. It's only like $10-15. Not
Yeah.
too bad. Reasonably priced. You get to be a jerk goose.
All gooses are jerks. That was redundant.
Yes.
Stretch out the old tailbone.
Just got that creepy lady staring everyone down.
Play that goose game.
Unsettling.
Not yet. Does it look like a good game, or does it look like...
I think it looks like a kind of a funny. It's cheap, so I think it's
Yeah.
like a funny
If it's cheap, I
gimmicky.
might.
Yeah.
I think it's $20 now, and just wait for a
20
Steam
bucks
sale.
between
It'll be
the
$5.
name and watching gameplay. Like, is this a real game or is this kind of a funny
Remember
joke?
Goat Simulator?
I do.
I feel like it's a lot like that.
Remember Bread
You've
Simulator?
totally unsold. I am bread.
That's it.
Okay, you have so not a good game then. A joke
Yeah.
that is
Probably.
funny for 1 minute.
Well, I don't know. I haven't actually seen it, but that's what it reminded me of. Where it was like you're this animal and have animal-related quests to do, like squawk at the man with the bread.
Goat Simulator's not very. Did you play Goat Simulator?
I watched a lot of it. Made me laugh. Made me laugh.
Art style kind of reminds me of Mom Hid My Game.
I like
don't
Mom
think I
Hid.
saw that
I like
one.
Mom Hid My Game.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's cool.
It's back sold. It. You know what? It
And it's
reminds
free
me a
on
lot
Android.
of the new Call of Duty.
Yeah, a lot actually. I see that. It's clean.
So,
it
yeah.
runs real tough. Okay, you sort of talked me
You
into it
should
now.
get- you
Actually,
should-
High
get it.
frame rate.
yeah, shit, I am into it. Howdy, chat. How's everyone doing in the old chat skis?
They're gonna be mad that we weren't entertaining because we couldn't see what they were saying.
Yeah, we said, hey, chat, and then like, oh, we can't see anything.
Maybe nobody's here. I mean, we don't interact, so most people show up.
I think the old zombie lady scared him off, just staring everyone down.
Oh
It's
yeah,
pretty fucked
shit.
up of you, man.
Maybe that's It's you clicked that I am 18 years of older to watch the stream. So
People are just gonna wait any second now. It's just gonna flash her face right on top of her screen. Be a large, that scary sound. Just I don't know, scary sounds. However they're doing the
Scary
horror
sounds.
films.
ah, like one of those.
Yeah,
It's fucking terrifying.
yeah. Freak you out.
she's coming for you. Dun dun, dun dun.
Speaking,
excited to go
speaking
home.
of done.
Yeah.
I got an email about that.
What, Jaws?
Yep. Actually, yes.
Good.
One of my favorite emails that we've pulled on the show in a long time. Not to say that our other emails.
What's your favorite horror movie, Shark?
Yeah, that's right. Sharknado.
The one that eats Sam
the Meg.
Jackson.
I should
Oh,
look
that's from
I should always look
Deep
at
Blue. Deep Blue.
Yeah,
Shark fucking ate me.
There's no email.
It's on the
It's
very,
in the
very
Fire
bottom.
Emblem notes.
Yeah, it's hiding under the
Oh,
Fire Emblem
I
notes.
see.
It's very cool. Very cool email. We should do this.
sounds like someone gets sued.
Yeah, I know. It's like somebody have a. Well, don't worry. We'll get this. A good tease for the email section. Hell of a tease.
Anyone see Hobbs and Shaw?
No, I heard
See
it
that
was like
pile
not
of
great.
garbage?
Actually, I heard.
I don't know.
I haven't seen it yet, but I bet you all like it.
What bugged me the most was that it's the Fast and the Furious Presents, and there is one car scene.
Yeah.
Fast and the Furious is not about cars
in
anymore.
fairness, the most recent Fast and Furious probably didn't have very many cars either. But
Brett.
doesn't need to.
doesn't
Aw.
need to.
My biggest problem is that Fast and the Furious is about family,
It's about family.
and this movie represents a splitting of the family.
Don't laugh. Why are you laughing?
The
Because-
secret is friendship.
It's about family.
It's about family and Corona.
No, this movie's bullshit because what's his face killed Han, and now he's Jason Statham kill Han? Isn't that how that?
Killed Han.
Isn't that how that went? And,
I don't
and now Jason Statham just welcome into the family,
Yeah.
open arms.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
is he? Because he
You
wasn't. Like,
fuck right
they had
off.
him over for the one barbecue where we don't know what happened.
Shouldn't be there for any barbecues.
Guess what happened
Could've
after
killed
that
them all.
barbecue?
What happened at the barbecue?
He fucking went and had to go make his own movie with The Rock, the other guy they don't like.
What a bunch of bullshit.
So maybe that's because he killed Han. Spoilers for
I feel like The Rock is in
several
though.
of those movies. Actually,
I feel like The
That's
Rock is family though. I feel like Rock is family now.
not no more yet.
No, now they teamed up
There's
with
a new family.
Shaw. Who's
Rock and Shaw have left the Fast and Furious
Yeah.
for the family.
Now they have a
Yeah.
new family.
It works on multiple levels because, like, as a brotherhood of actors, also they didn't get along. So they fucking went off and made their own movie. Too valuable to lose the Fast and Furious name, though.
Are you a cop?
You gotta tell me if you're
I want some Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, we all want some of that Tokyo Drift. That's what I'm here preaching is justice for Han. Hashtag. I didn't get that tattoo for nothing.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about some news. Before we do that, let's talk about the next TRWL event coming up October the 18th. I forgot to say at the top of the show because, as we discussed before, bad podcast host. October the 18th. That's a Friday night. Retribution, the next TRWL pay-per-view.
Sweet.
DDK will go on to defend his title. We will get some questions that we need answered. And
Thank
probably
God.
way more questions will be raised. Come and join us. That is our video game wrestling thing that we do. You don't need to like wrestling. You kind of just need to like video games.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. We just had Resolution was on Sunday. DDK won the title from Noah North. Had a series of great matches. I mean, you were all competing. It's good that you're keeping
I
tight.
did okay.
That's good that you're keeping tight-lipped. I appreciate those. Keep the secrets under the hats, gentlemen. I really appreciate that. Silver Standard had a hell of a match. I mean, Brandon wasn't there, unfortunately. He's not in the TRWL, but
I'm always keeping an eye on it.
that's right. We do have another competitor, the Silver Standard. Great match, tremendous story.
My match was great.
Yeah, who'd you fight?
Bryce.
Did you win or did you lose?
I won.
And what's the name of your finisher again? Find out that and so much more at Retribution, October the 18th.
I can't even remember it. I know I came up with it.
Somebody get a pallet jack to get Colin out from under this bus.
Something about Cox.
It's the School of Hard Cocks.
Oh, yeah. That was what-
Because he's Colin Cox.
Yeah.
His competitor name. I mean, if that even is the same person, it's always hard to know.
Yeah, we're...
Sounds like a porn star name.
Yeah.
COX.
That probably is a
That's a real
porn star
name. No, I'm named after a man whose last name was Cox. COX. We've been over this. It's a real name.
Okay, I believe you.
Is it spelled X or
Yeah, COX.
CKS?
COX. I think if it was COCKS, you would probably maybe change it. Maybe consider at least legally getting a change.
Fuck, if you're willing to
I would
cave to the shame of the world.
go get it changed.
Just
and
throw a hand on that, and
capitalize
it's fine.
all the letters. Capital C, capital O,
Ooh.
capital C, capital K.
They should just capital the CKS, like where it's different from Cox.
That's a good point.
Yeah. But
Lowercase CO. Come and join us for that. It's going to be dope. And that's all I have to say. I'm going to win that title. Let's talk about some news. Red Dead Online. Red Dead 2 Online. I was going to say Red Dead Online 2, but that's not a thing.
I mean, it kind of is.
Yeah,
There
I
was a
suppose-
Red
I suppose
Dead Online
yeah,
one.
I suppose you're right.
No.
So we were playing a little bit before I get this news story. We were playing a little bit of Red Dead Online last week or whenever it was, maybe a week before that. With one Warren the Diesel Barris and
Running the corpse train.
That's right, running the corpse train. And it was foggy as fuck. Every single night was foggy to the point where
Bad draw distance.
I thought it was bugged. Actually, I'm like, that's weird that we're getting this super fog, this zombie fog.
So you're playing Glover.
Every
pea
night.
soup.
Yeah, it's like Buck Bumble up in here. And so that just seemed weird. You know, it was like, oh, that's weird. And also
That's
we're
what I
playing.
say when I see real fog.
Yeah, oh,
That's
that's
fucking
weird.
That's weird.
Sometimes when it's super foggy, I'm like, oh, it's like I'm in Silent Hill. Is always the thing I tell myself.
No.
I'm like, oh, Silent Hill.
Something spooky about foggy. But it's not that I think I'm going to get like murdered by a monster. It's that I think I'm going to run over a pedestrian.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, totally. Or like
Where it's like, I don't want to leave the house. This seems dangerous.
come out of the fog and be in a different town.
Yeah.
Ooh, oh, Saskatchewan.
Is this Regina?
Don't go into the mist.
So we were playing. It was super foggy, and I don't know if this is a thing. I've looked around and haven't heard any reporting on this. But it was foggy, and the train stations were all just full of people lying on the ground. It was like a disaster movie, and everyone's in the school gym, like just like bunking up.
Fuck, you could have loaded up the corpse train real fast.
Yeah, and you can't talk to them either. You go up to them and they're like, "You better stay away, stranger," and like they all seem like they have leprosy or something. Which Warren and I thought that night, we're like, maybe this is like an undead or like a Halloween thing. Maybe they're hinting at a Halloween thing. And now zombies are popping up in game. Bonafide zombies. If you're watching the live video, she's on the screen looking right at you. Which seems weird. So Rockstar has not confirmed anything. There's also a very avid group of people who they're almost like professional bug finders, people who like break games for YouTube
Exterminators.
videos. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
They are adamant that these are just bugs, that these are bugs that can just pop up in the game, which is really, really confusing and totally Red Dead of like, yeah, a corpse might just stand up and have weird no eye texture. That is a thing that I believe happens in Red Dead
was
Online.
coughing.
Everyone in the
was
train
li-
station where
Yeah.
that didn't seem buggy at all. That was like maybe
Yeah.
Red Dead Online has always been like that, and I've never noticed, but that seemed weird. But there have been things like cougars that people have skinned coming back to life and attacking them like living cougars.
That's the scariest thing I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
Which could totally be a bug.
Yeah.
You could 100% see that of
Yeah.
like I tried to spawn a new cougar and it reused the skinned one for some reason. That's weird. Just piles of dead horses appearing, like huge corpse piles of horses. Which again, you could totally just see as a
No.
weird like. Oh, weird. It just spawned a
No.
bunch of horse corpses over and over. Red Dead 2 breaks in some amazing ways when it goes wrong. And these things are not widely reported enough to be like, oh, it's happening for everybody.
Yeah.
It's like 2 people will post this thing and be like, I also saw the horses. Like, oh, that is infrequent enough that could just be a bug.
They can make it infrequent.
They could. They totally could. So nobody knows. This could be a Halloween thing. I am of the mind that this is definitely hinting at like I think it's going to be an infection mode.
Yeah.
Like a multiplayer game mode where one team starts as one zombie and it spreads, because that's always fun.
They just changed the spawn point for the horse to be like way up in the clouds, and then
See, that could have happened. The
Yeah.
spawn, the respawn for that horse got moved up 30 feet or whatever.
yep, takes the fall damage, dies. Now there's a big
Imagine
pile.
like 100 horses falling from the sky everywhere.
It
It just
real
starts
life.
raining.
Yeah.
That'd be
No, not in real
That'd be
life.
terrible.
There's nowhere to hide.
You'd be fucked.
Remember to
Yeah,
run
you die.
at perpendicular angles to the horses. So who knows? Well, some people think it's gonna be a new Undead Nightmare. To them, I would say, remember, it has been. I might look it up right now. I think Ballad of Gay Tony was the last single player piece of DLC Rockstar put out.
It's been a while.
When did Max Payne come out? Did Max Payne didn't have single player DLC. I don't
Nope.
think.
Max Payne come out after.
I don't know. GTA
Yeah.
4. That's what I was trying to think. I think it might.
Either
have.
way, I don't think it had single player DLC, so it doesn't matter.
It's been years since Rockstar has made single player DLC because their GTA Online makes $1 trillion, right? There's kind of no reason. 2009 was Ballad of Gay Tony. So that would be literally 10 years if that's correct. Did 4 have any? Oh, that was 4. Sorry, 5 did not have any single player stuff. I don't think.
Well, no one's saying it's going to be single player. What if it's just the new
Well,
PvP mode? Somebody dies, they're a zombie now.
There are
Yay.
2 kind of main thoughts. One is the PvP mode. One is it's going to be a new, because Red Dead 1 had an expansion called Undead Nightmare, which was single player, kind of completely detached. You played as zombie John Marston,
Those are fucking weird.
who had like I think lines voiced by the actor, but they were all like.
That's good.
And Undead Nightmare, Undead Nightmare is tremendous. Everybody who's played Undead Nightmare, I think, loves Undead Nightmare. So there's a lot of people kind of clamoring for a new Undead Nightmare. Which, if you're gonna do it,
Now's the time.
this would be a great way to signal it.
Might be a good, like, I don't want to call it an opening salvo because they've put some weird stuff into that game since it came out, but it would be a good way to kind of kick in the door on their first major update,
Yeah.
where they're like, we're giving you this thing you all want, instead of just being like, I don't know, casinos.
Yeah, more ways to buy
Old-timey casinos.
buy the premium currency if you want. More battle royale modes. You like those, right?
That's right.
That would be cool. And especially, like, if it is all leading to an Undead Nightmare, the way that they just put it in the game and never ever talked about it, and it just kind of, because it's been building for months. Like, people were seeing those skinned horses, or those dead horses, like months and months and months ago.
Wow, really?
That would be a really cool kind of slow trickle.
I want them to put that fucking guy from Red Dead 1 with the fucking medicine salesman. I want them to put him in online. That's when I'll start playing.
What is that guy's name?
It's good. It's a good name. It's the name of a man who would sell bad medicine to small towns.
Is he like Plague Doctor?
He's like a snake
It's like
oil
a
salesman.
Snake oil salesman more, yeah.
What is his name? Oh, it's bugging the hell out of me. Is he Nigel someone?
It's not the guy in 2 was a
No,
wagon?
he's not into it.
Oh,
all.
okay.
Yeah, he teams up with John in the first one. It is literally snake oil.
Did you play one?
No,
Where he's like, oh, this will make a man bite through a steel bar.
I
You,
don't
sir.
think I finished
So
it.
we always
I remember playing it.
It's pretty early. He would always get you to drink the medicine, like pretend you don't know him,
Yeah.
and then drink the medicine and like do like tricks, like throw bottles up in the air and shoot him with your dead eye and everything. And then everyone would be like, "Oh,
Oh
it's
my
a
God,
miracle
yeah.
medicine."
His name was. I'm gonna find it.
I don't remember if I owned it. I don't know why I didn't finish it.
I played it. Shortly
Nigel
before.
West. Sir Nigel West Dickens. That's
Nigel
what it
West
was.
Dickens.
We got there.
It's a good one. Yeah, Red Dead 1 was pretty good.
Hell yeah.
The last time I played it, not as much, but
The grave robber also from 1, Red Dead 1 would never show up in 2, but I swear that I saw an image of him in 2, or like
there was something
a rendered
about
model or something of him.
There was a theory about him being
grave robber, Undead Nightmare. I'm just saying.
It's all coming together.
It could be cool. And there was
Dampy's Dungeon Maker.
Oh yeah, there was there were a couple like other loose tie-ins to the Undead Nightmare stuff as well, which it could be fun. I'd be way into that. I don't think they'll do it because I'm a cynic. But wouldn't it be cool? Or they'll do it and it'll be $80 or something. Like there'll be some way that it gets fucking weird. But that'd be neat. You guys want to talk about E3? Excuse me. You want to talk about E3?
No.
Well, I'm sorry we have to. It's on the news this week. We'll just try to get through this as painlessly as possible. So the ESA is, we've been talking a lot about E3 the last couple of years. Last year in particular with Sony pulling out. Maybe there won't be an E3 next year. Maybe it'll change to something different, a consumer con. We don't know. It'll have to probably change.
Yeah.
So the ESA, always remember, they were a group of lobbyists. A lot of people forget. The ESA, you ever seen Thank You for Smoking? You know those dirtbags in Thank You for Smoking who are like, smoke cigarettes at any cost. The ESA are the people who are like, play video games at any cost.
Our heroes.
Well, sometimes. They're proposing rebranding E3 as, quote, a fan, media, and influencer festival in this leaked PowerPoint presentation that I had to read through all these slides today. They're going to add 10,000 more tickets. That's going to bring the total consumer tickets up to 25,000. That is a fucking lot.
Like that's almost doubling your,
it. Yes, that show floor is already packed, and the lines are already insane.
Although apparently not as much lately.
Yes, last year was the weird year.
No.
The doc, it proposes reorganizing the floor space. So if you've never been to E3, traditionally the three big guys used to get their booths. Microsoft had a booth. And when I say booth, I mean like, I don't know, like a 500 by 500 foot space. Yeah. Huge areas. Sony would get a booth, and they would kind of set up. Usually they would have like one mainstay attraction or something where it's like, oh, the Master Chief statue is up because it's a Halo year. Or like, oh, it's, I think it was like Splinter Cell was big the year we were there or something.
Jackson Daxter.
Yeah, and then Nintendo gets a booth, and their booth is always totally fucking crazy. Of like, they built 50 apartment suites with all these plexiglass, and there's people dancing in them or whatever. Like Nintendo space was always really, really weird. Or like, it's all these ladies with Nintendo DS's chained to their arms that you can walk up and play if you want.
It's fucked up.
It's really fucked up. So they want to change that space into 8 circular experience hubs where, I'm quoting the doc, attendees can watch celebrities and influencers playing their favorite games. The example they list is the LA Lakers playing a basketball game. So if you want to go watch the LA Lakers play the new NBA 2K21 or whatever will be there next year, they will presumably have a space for that. They propose something...
Hypothetically.
Yes, they propose something called queuetainment. I think I'm saying right. The words queue and attainment
sickening
mashed together, where they are going to intentionally create very long lines where you will stand in for multiple hours, but there will be advertising opportunities for you, the advertiser, to advertise to those people in line via some queuetainment.
I actually say they would purposely make the lines long.
Yeah,
that's mean.
Yeah,
they
talk. They don't say they purposely will make them long. They talk about taking advantage of extended wait times. They suggest leaning on the quote power of social good. This is the most like make me want to vomit in my mouth. I like
this one in a bad way.
Playing up the industry's quote social good efforts to attract influencers and celebrities who would offer quote validation, attention, and excitement across media outlets beyond the video game space. And then they list a lot of things like influencers who are like LGBTQ positive plus. Did I say that right? Positive like works, right? Yada yada yada. They go into like specific issues almost in a way of like we'll get the streamers who represent those
whatever's
issues.
Hot right now.
Yes, exactly. Because this strategy could be used to store positive chits for future use among consumers, which could essentially be cashed in against the likes of quote negative video game stories. What the fucking fuck?
This game's bad, but remember how inclusive we were this one time?
Jesus.
It was great.
Remember that time we saw fucking Zac Efron high on the weed playing Battlefield. Boy, that
was a big shit for me.
Yeah.
They fucking got a few freebies from me.
That's
for that
right.
one.
The next time, like I don't know, it turns out there's like racist propaganda on the back of this art asset or whatever. Any negative video game story. Next time EA fucks up loot boxes in a way that shakes the entire global loot box economy.
Remember how high Zac Efron
That's right.
got?
That's all I'm going to think about. I'm going to cash in that positive chit.
Yeah.
Fuck Weed 3. And also, it's totally worth mentioning that a few weeks ago, the ESA leaked over 2,000 journalists' personal information and telephone numbers because they literally had them sitting on a spreadsheet, unprotected, just on their website for years, for literal years. And then someone finally, I mean, people had known about it. Someone finally released it all to the public.
Yeah.
Fuck the ESA. What the fuck? Don't go to E3.
It's pretty evil.
Holy
it's
shit.
proposal, so
I mean, they got to do something, and the ESA kind of
With
calls
companies
the
pulling
shots.
out.
I wonder if this getting leaked will make them change what they were planning because of the reaction to the leaked information.
They're still going to try to do it.
The experience
They'll do it
spheres are
differently.
experience cubes.
Yeah, exactly.
Are we thinking that you get like you can only get into like the 8th ring?
You gotta work your way down.
Yeah, well, like just pay more to get closer to the middle, and then at the middle is like Mickey Mouse
it's
or
not.
something.
I don't think it's concentric circles. I think it's like bubbles. Like here's one here, here's one here, here's one here, here's one here, here's one here.
It's like the rings of hell.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like a big like circular space that you could just like not get further into. Like you'd get like checkpointed,
That's what's in the
and
center.
then it's like right at the middle. There's like the 7 people who could afford it.
Yeah, that's Peter Molyneux giving interviews in the middle.
Yeah.
No, I think it's just like supposed to be like spheres, different little areas of the show floor that
That's
you go
not
to.
as fun.
It's
That just brought this story down from a 1 to a 0 for me.
There's always been a weird thing with E3 where like to get into E3 as not press always felt really cool, right?
Yeah.
Like man, it's
Exclusive.
dope. It is dope to be playing these video games for anybody else. And that's the way it was like 10 years ago. It has become a public event, but they still lean into that a lot.
Yeah.
Like they lean into there's a slide I didn't pull that literally mentions, quote, the creation of FOMO. Like word for fucking word that I did not put in the story. Oh my god.
that's hilarious.
But it is very much like they totally lean into that where like all the industry is here. You should be here too. You like video games and you broadcast on YouTube, which is pretty much everybody under the sun. You need to be here, which you don't really need to be. And it's cynical saying that as someone who has been there, but it isn't until you go there and like I watch people stand in line to play Minecraft for fucking 5 hours. They flew all the way to LA and stood in line for 5 hours to play Minecraft, to play like Final Fantasy 14, 10 minutes of Final Fantasy 14 expansion or whatever. Like
There's no game I want to play early.
I won't say there's no game. There's no game I want to fly to LA and stand in line and to play early.
Yeah.
My favorite game in the world, if they would have given me a chance to play it a week early, I would have been like, no.
Yeah.
I want to start when everyone else starts
Yeah.
it.
And I feel like we kind of got over that. There was a time in my life when I was totally like, yeah, I want to go. I was watching all the videos and like, I got to be there. This seems dope. And like you go and you kind of get over it. You're kind of like, oh, this is these games are. I'm going to play these games at home and it's going to be the same. And
I've
there's
never
not,
gone. I'm over it.
Like,
It's probably going to be better.
it is going to be better.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
not going to smell terrible. And
Maybe
like,
they fixed it since I'm going to play it here. Like,
yeah. I can actually see. I have sound because I'm not just on the show floor.
I'm not fucking chained to this poor woman.
Totally, because like you and I, the Joe Average, who goes unless you're like one of the big industry names.
Nothing average about me.
Well, except for Brando, it's not like we're gonna get in there and talk to Miyamoto. You know,
Yeah,
you might
exactly.
see him. I saw Iwata across a very crowded Nintendo section, and that was kind of neat. Was it worth flying all the way to E3? And no, I don't think it was. It's just that it is. I don't like the word FOMO.
Iwata probably didn't even want to be there.
I don't know. Iwata definitely did not want to be there.
Yeah.
But it
If Iwata doesn't want to be there, why do you want to be there?
It is very much the fear of missing out. But you're not missing out on anything. They just do a very good job of building that sense that you are.
Yeah.
All the interesting stuff, it's the age of the internet. All the interesting stuff will come to you.
Totally. Now more than ever. The reason this is happening is because we don't need E3 because companies make Nintendo Directs and whatever. A little bit quickie here. Rockstar's their own launcher now. GTA San Andreas. It's free on it if you wanna gobble that up. I don't know how long it's free. That's right, more launchers. And now that Rockstar has their own launcher, of course we're all boycotting these Rockstar launcher exclusives like GTA San Andreas. Unbelievable.
Talk about this fucking bird.
One of my last stories tonight is a picture of Sirfetch'd, The new, I believe he's the Pokemon Sword exclusive.
What?
Well, I know which one I'm buying then.
I think,
he has
right?
both.
He does have a sword and a shield. I thought I read he was the sword only one.
What the fuck? You can't do that.
How
You're
would that
gonna make
even work?
Farfetch'd?
I was gonna say,
You're gonna make Farfetch'd
I
exclusive?
thought like
then?
only legendary Pokemons are exclusive usually.
I'm just reading the.
You
I'm,
fucking
I'm
don't
just-
bring your
No, not only legendaries. They usually
guess
they
that's
split
fair,
it like
yeah,
right in half.
yeah.
It's like
Is-
half
That's
are
not
gold,
in-
half are. Well,
no,
it's like
it's-
2/3 or whatever.
No,
Yeah.
I feel like I remember it being very little
like
amount,
4 or 5,
like 20
yeah.
Pokemon
Of
on each side.
150, that's a fair
It's a good chunk.
amount.
Yeah.
I guess.
There was like a good like kind of Venn diagram.
But that was in the first
needed,
one.
You needed to know someone who had the other one if you want to get all
Yeah,
the
Totally.
yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I-
Which one are you getting?
Which one am I getting?
Yeah.
If Sirfetch'd is in sword, I'm getting sword.
Is that a onion?
It's a leak.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So because Farfetch'd has so it's
Onion
the
sword.
evolution of Farfetch'd.
Yeah.
He's a very stoic duck with tremendous eyebrows.
He's excellent.
holding.
He's always been excellent.
Yes, he's
Yeah, he's
very
always been
very knightly,
very dapper.
holding a very tall leek sword and a leaf shield.
Is it a leak or sword or is it a lance?
I
And
think it's a
he's going to be
lance.
like Slowpoke and the Cloyster. He's going to combine with the Corgi Pokemon.
Is that
To
the
be,
Pinecone one? What's the what?
The Corgi, the one with the electric heart butt.
Oh,
Or
Electric
Ponyta.
heart, but
Oh, and
So it's
there's
going to be a
gonna
Lancer
Rod-
Pokemon. Yeah.
third evolution.
I was
Lord
under
Fetch.
the
Gotta
impression that Farfetch'd would only evolve if you won a certain amount of duels.
Yeah, that's what the
Is
bio
duel
says.
different than the Pokemon battle?
Yeah, it's his little write of how like magnet whatever's gravitate to power plants.
Oh no! I mean, like, but is a duel different than a Pokemon battle? Like, is
Yes,
that,
yes.
Okay.
That is an in fiction. Like in the Pokemon universe, a Farfetch'd will never evolve until it beats a certain. It has to like challenge them with its leak.
Right.
Like on God, sir. It has to beat a certain amount
So-
of opponents.
What I'm saying is, when I'm playing with Farfetch'd in the game,
Yeah, it'll have a regular like it's level 48 and it evolves or whatever.
Real- okay,
Yeah.
'cause
Or-
we were
or use a
thinking-
stone on it. Or,
we were thinking that maybe in all these kind of years of Pokemon training that there was actually battles called duels. Now that we're just
I
one
see.
Pokemon against
I
one
see what you
Pokemon,
mean.
and that you actually had to win a certain amount.
No, it's
website.
you combining Pokemons over there.
Oh, this was like my go-to website. If you're ever in a shitty mood or I needed to laugh,
Start mashing Pokemon together.
yeah, and this shit would just make me lose my mind.
Get some good wheezing
Like,
combinations
just,
out there.
just hit some
I'm
randomizers
gonna hit some
there.
randomizers while we keep this going.
All right. Yeah, to answer your question, I think he'll just evolve normally. I think that was just flavor for the world.
Gotcha.
It's also the best flavor
Hit
for the
the
world.
top randomizer.
It's
Switches
Farfetch'd
both.
has to challenge and win enough honorable duels, and only then will he survive. I think
Some of these are pretty stupid.
I think I might get this new
this guy.
Pokemon game. That's a Gyarados horn. A Gyarados and a Rhyhorn.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Pokemon.
So I had talked myself out of it because I know I always buy a Pokemon game like Moon and then I play it for 10 minutes and I'm like, I'm good.
I don't want to catch them all, really.
Nope. But this is the first time I ever remember seeing Pokemon before the game. Be like, these guys are fucking this Galarian Weezing and this Sirfetch'd I have to have.
The
Like-
Alolan Pokemon were kind of felt that way,
Yeah,
too.
some of them.
But
are
there's
so
so there's so
really
few
cool.
of them. There's
Yeah.
like this Doug Trio has really dope hair, and also I can
Fuck, did he ever?
I can like you can ride this. You hug Snorlax and he just fucking walks
Hell
around with
yes.
you on him, which is fun.
There's also a Ice Vulpix.
Oh yeah,
The Ice Vulpix
Galarian
was cool.
Vulpix. Yeah, but it didn't just look different. It was different.
Yeah.
that felt
That's what they
illegal.
were, right?
Alolan
The Alolan
Diglett
Pokemon-
just had hair. He was just a Diglett.
Oh,
Wow.
he didn't do. There wasn't anything different about him.
No, he just looked real sexy. The tree neck one. What's that? The Executor.
Yeah.
He's just a tree man. He's just a tall tree man. He's just
Didn't have different abilities.
No,
Yeah, you did. That's because
Did
it was type dragon.
the tree man. Well, then the Alolan Doug Trio must.
He must
Yeah,
be.
I'm
So
pretty sure
surely
the
must.
Alolan versions were like very different conceptually.
That'd be
No,
amazing.
I totally
Normal,
didn't,
fabulous.
Charizard.
You can't have a
It's pretty good.
Chartoise.
Too powerful.
Blastazard.
I had a weird something that was purple that wasn't usually purple, and I remember it was the first one I had found, and I had to text Annie and be like, "What the fuck is this?"
happening? Yeah, these. I want my team to be 6 Galarian Bong Weezings and 3 Bong Weezings and 3 Sirfetch'ds,
Yep.
and that'll be me. I'm the
Sirfetch'd is inspiring.
He is
Yes.
just
So noble.
tremendous. Like looks like he has the weight of the world on his shoulders and is
Totally
ably
fine with
carrying
it. Yeah, totally fine with it.
He's really inspiring. If you
Why
at
do I
home,
put this fucking guy up on the?
that's a good point. Stop it. What is stop this Pokemon nonsense? This is not playing for anybody.
It's a Glooster.
I don't want to see your. Is that a Gloom plus a Cloyster? You're a Glooster. He looks great. I'm kind of looking forward to this new Pokemon game.
I got I would say I went about waist deep into Sun and Moon. Whichever one I played. And I'm ready. I'm ready now. I'm warmed up because I took like 4 games off before the last one.
Is that ahead of Black and White?
That was after. Most recent. More recent than Black and White.
I played Black and White and
also
Black and White 2.
Yeah, there was a Black 2 and a White 2 as well.
And was there anything between them? There was a Y and an X.
Almost certainly there were. Yeah, YX is pearlescent. I don't even. I have no idea. There's so many.
I totally lost the thread and then got back into the Alolan ones, and I was like, it was pretty good. Yeah. Now I'm ready for this one.
I actually really liked what I played. I liked riding that Snorlax. I liked touching my Pokemon's face.
That was weird.
Feeding him.
I mean, there was nothing wrong with it, but it was weird.
It was kind of something. I mean, it's as wrong as you make it in your head, I suppose. And I made it so fucking wrong.
So I'm gonna say where you treat is Pokemon like a dog, where it's not weird, or is it more like a friend, where it starts to get a little weird?
They talk to them in the show. They seem to be able to. They can understand speech. They just can't speak. And also, they have a language of their own where they can communicate complex ideas to each other. And they seem as intelligent as we are.
There's a level of intelligence with Pokemon that I don't want to like rub food on their face while they eat it.
No, the Pokemon would be like, dude,
just hand it to me, please.
And then I got a bunch of Fire Emblem DLC here reportedly released. A big old picture in Famitsu, the
buckle up.
A Japanese video game magazine, very reputable. So this is probably pretty trustworthy. Bryce, does any of this mean anything to you? So
what's Wave 3 mean?
Presumably we're on Wave 2 right now of DLC because this list starts at Wave 3.
So Wave 1, you got a hat for your main character.
Yeah,
woo! That was it. There's nothing else. Wave 2 added the 3rd difficulty and I think items if you bought into it.
All right, let me blow your mind here. Wave 3, it's going to be free.
Oh.
It's going to add you a new playable unit. Yuritsa?
Yeah.
Certain routes only.
Certain routes only.
Which routes?
Certain only.
I imagine red.
Yellow House.
Oh, okay. No, never yellow.
Yeah, she's part of the Golden Deer.
Yellow House is just fine, thanks.
New support conversations, new activities and online features, whatever that means. That is the most broad sentence.
Yep.
There will be a paid Wave 3 DLC, a Wave 3 of paid DLC. New playable unit, Anna.
She's in every Fire Emblem game.
Is she?
She's your merchant.
Heroes.
These people getting in here, they're just fucking coming to school?
Yeah.
Just fucking gonna come hang out at the school?
Yeah. They're just the students in the background.
It's like Hogwarts, like people just fucking walking to Hogwarts.
No, I thought Hogwarts is like invisible if you
There was
know
more
there,
than 5 students at Hogwarts.
What?
Or like 9.
What?
I don't believe it.
Harry, Ron, Hermione, and the other 2. A new monastery facilities, and once again online features.
That's cool.
Anna and Yuritsa Paralog. What is a Paralog?
It's like a side mission where you should get a dope ass item at the end.
Okay. It's not a prologue. It's not an epilogue. It's a paralogue. It parachutes in.
Yeah.
All right. I'm with you.
Parallel.
Apparently around 10 new quests, new activities. Buckle up for the sauna.
Oh shit.
It's been teasing me.
Hey student, why don't you come into the sauna with me, the professor?
It's not sexual at all.
Let me rub this food around your mouth. I've lost my place. The sauna got me started.
Playing with dogs and
this
cats.
is great. Yeah, new activities, sauna, playing with dogs and cats, new costumes, maid, butler, and more.
Hell yes.
You want to dress? Put the maid costume on. Meet me in the sauna.
I want to go in the sauna with Hilda in a maid costume.
Is that the murder lady?
She's
the lady who likes to kill?
Yeah, and then screams her own name.
Hilda.
There will be new battalions, maid and butler. So does that mean they're like a class, like a battle? What is new battalion?
There are armies you can hire to go along with your people.
Oh, you can hire an army of maids.
They give you an
army
extra
maids.
attack.
An army.
Great.
Army of
I'm gonna need an army to clean this place.
Everyone's just like, sure.
I say. Wave 4 paid DLC, new side story, Abyss mode, some new playable units, Juris.
I have no idea who any of these people are.
Balthazar, Constans, and Javi.
I think that's Javi.
Javi. These are tentative translations.
He was a bad guy in Sacred Stones.
I mean, Balthazar is a bad guy name.
The other 3 names I don't.
The name Balthazar
is a good guy name.
I think Balthazar is also a dreadlord in World of Warcraft. In Warcraft 3.
Pretty sure he's a big bad though in Sacred Stones.
I think he might be like a demon in Christian.
Oh, probably
religion, mythology.
Christian mythology. Yeah.
I mean,
that's how I refer to it.
What is religion.
Support conversations.
Support conversations. More new monastery facilities and online features. New classes, apparently around 4. New enemy monsters.
about time.
New hero relics. New paralogs. New battalions and gambits. New costumes for male byliths, female byliths, Sothis. So it sounds like that big 4th wave of paid DLC is going to be the kind of the chunky one. Meat and taters coming in wave 4.
Wave 4, Christmas time.
Oh, I thought.
I still have to play this game. This game needs to go on sale, which it never will because
Nope.
it isn't a
Always
first party.
$80.
But one day we'll get around to it. Any thoughts on that? Fire Emblem?
I like Fire Emblem.
Okay.
I should have waited to play through.
Nothing to report,
There was
Professor?
almost nothing in there that was like of any
Nothing really
value.
blows
Like
your-
like I'm like Abyss mode.
Oh, good.
Good.
Yep.
Javi. Good.
New costume.
But you can
Made.
pet all the cats now.
You play with cats and
Go on the
dogs.
sauna. The sauna was probably the biggest news out of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sonnets and maid costumes. A match made in heaven. Podcast at talkingrocks.com is an email address. So you can write in your electronic games, or you can drop on our Reddit, our subreddit, r/talkingreckless. Drop voicemails on our Discord, over on just go to talkingreckless.com. You can find all that there. I pulled one email here, which I boasted was one of my favorite emails that we pulled on this show, which is totally true. Ludacris wrote in. He says, recently I attended a nearby reservoir or dam who had erected a giant outdoor cinema screen and showed the original Jaws movie. So if you don't know what that is, we have one here up by, oh boy.
A
It's
drive-in theater or a dam?
a dam,
Oh.
a quarry lake. I'm so fucking drawing a
No
blank
idea.
here. It's in Alberta. It's like
Water
8 hours away. It doesn't really
dam.
matter.
You see the big stone fucking things poking out of the water.
Yeah, it's like it is completely still water. It is like it just doesn't move. It's a reservoir, but the dam is up, so it doesn't move. Completely still water. That place where we went camping and did the pot brownies that time.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of that place.
Big
Wonder
or
why.
much of it.
Rocky Mountain House picture show.
Yep.
Nice.
It's right near Rocky Mountain. It's right near Rocky Mountain House, wherever it is.
Go on.
But anyways, so that is what a reservoir is. All right. So he's attended a nearby reservoir who had erected a giant outdoor cinema screen and showed the original Jaws movie. The audience, including Ludacris himself, were all floating on the water, lying on inflated car tire tubes. They even had gone to the extent of submerging small yellow barrels, which they released at appropriate tense minutes in the movie. These exploded out of the water and scared the crap out of those nearby. What was the most bizarre circumstances you watched the movie in?
Nothing like this.
Before we answer that
Yeah,
question,
that's
like,
insane.
oh my
God,
just
that's
imagine
insane.
that is awesome. Imagine like you're watching, especially if you don't know, you're watching Jaws in this like quarry lake, and then what is it? Da-dum, da-dum, and then like I'm imagining like just these 5 like yellow barrels just like blasting out beside you.
It's like
I'm
cheaper
curious
Disney
though.
World.
Yeah,
Did
totally.
they have people like segmented off? Because what if that just came up under your ass?
I bet it was. I mean, if you're going through the lengths of like we're releasing these boys halfway
Yeah.
through, you probably do have like safety there. Be like,
Everyone
oh,
has a
okay.
life jacket.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
I would imagine those like.
Because taking like
What are
I'm
those?
assuming these are big-ish barrels.
To
right
be able
up
to
the
make,
beehole.
yeah, to
Well,
be
yeah,
able to make,
and you want
a
them to like
splash.
you want them to go fast
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah.
it's like, that would be so terrifying.
Oh yeah, fuck
I,
that.
Like I think I would legit lose it after the first one, especially because it's dark and like if you don't know, you're like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Something's happening behind us, you guys.
Especially the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think
after
like
that,
after the
you'd
first
be
one, you're
okay.
like you kind of know when they're gonna come.
To hear
but-
the screams like making their way up from the back wherever
Yeah.
it happened, that would be amazing.
But you could shit your pants and no one would know.
That's a good point.
Someone,
If
they
you
know
shit-
pretty quick.
You shit your pants in the pool, people still know.
Okay, you're in a
A
lake
reservoir
and
is
it's
big
It's
enough.
dark.
a dark
Yeah.
reservoir. Yeah.
If it's like a good fibrous, if you've had a lot of fiber,
Yeah.
you'd be okay.
Immediately,
Can't
like,
run-
oh,
outrun
who
a
shit their
cloud.
pants?
Yeah.
Was
And
it
then the
me?
fucking barrel comes and just launches it into the sky.
What is the weirdest circumstance? What are the most bizarre circumstances y'all have ever watched a movie in? No, I
Nothing
I
on
went to a
Yeah.
drive-in once.
Just, I haven't even done that. I'm trying to like. I don't know if anyone will have an answer. I just really wanted to read the part
Yeah.
about fucking sitting in the
The,
quarry lake.
the story's better than the question.
That's right.
Yeah.
You guys have done like the room screenings where you throw
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
spoons and
I said be this weirdest live viewing.
yeah. I don't know. The one time, I don't remember which movie, but I remember, you know how people like applaud at the end sometimes,
Yeah.
but it's usually like, woo, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one time, I don't remember the movie. I want to say like one of the Batmen or something, one of Nolan's Batman. It was just like silent golf clap, like very somber,
Oh,
like this, and then everyone just walked out in complete silence. which I
That's
thought
kinda
was
weird.
super strange and stuck with me.
Does
More-
it have to be in a theater?
No.
In fact, it probably
Does
shouldn't
that
have.
have
It's
to
the
be a
most bizarre
movie?
one.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
At some point, you start talking about just different things.
okay. They
I was
used to
playing
sell.
soccer on this field one time.
They used to sell for Game Boy Advance for whatever reason Sonic episodes of the cartoon.
Hell yeah.
And I remember I had a single bed, and the way the frame was, you could go under it because it was elevated. And I would go under the bed and watch Sonic episodes in this like narrow space.
Sure,
That's living.
that's
Yep.
living.
Yeah, the right answer to this is watching anything on the fucking UMD and the PSP.
Yeah.
King Kong on the UMD or whatever.
When I was watching Star Wars: The Last Jedi, there's a part where the movie gets super quiet
Yeah.
and the thing blows through the ship.
It's a beautiful scene.
And there was some dude in the back of the theater when everything went super quiet who seemed like it seemed to come out earnestly and instinctively, who was just like, oh yeah. And everyone just burst
Wow,
into laughter.
really ruined the tension
Yeah.
of that scene. Yeah, I don't know.
Y'all ever been in the D box?
No, I sat in front
No.
of the D box and
Did once.
got my money back
They
because that
suck.
fucking sucked. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to go anywhere near the D box.
I saw it was like the Scorpion King sequel or some shit. I don't remember
Scorpion
what it
King
was.
2, hell yeah.
I think that's what I saw in
Is
D-Box.
The Rock
It was
even in
terrible.
Yeah, he's not the
Yeah.
Scorpion King in that until I think he's like The Rock for most of it.
That was
In
back.
2?
Oh, no, that's 1, right? It becomes
Yeah.
the Scorpion King by the very
That
end.
was when they first came out, and D-Box seats were like $12, which is now like a regular ticket.
Yeah. They suck. I
It was
fucking
terrible.
hate
I
D-Box.
turned
it
off
all the way
halfway
down.
through.
I hate
Yeah.
the idea of it, man. Just being around them ruins the movie for you.
Yeah,
I can't
just-
imagine being in them.
Yep.
It's fucking terrible.
Feeling
I hate
fucking
them.
going on.
During Endgame of all movies.
Really?
I feel like I see everything because IMAX doesn't have D-Box, right?
No.
I feel like I see everything that I really want to see in IMAX now.
Big screen.
Because I like the screen and I like the sound. But added benefit,
No D-Box.
no D-Box.
Yeah. No D-Box, no D-bags. Nice. Yeah, I don't have a good answer to this, I'm afraid.
fucking nothing's gonna beat goddamn
No,
yellow
I know.
barrels
I
coming
know.
out of the
Steve
water.
came,
off with the best.
basically, like, the fucking Olympic gold medalist walked in and was like, hey, anybody want a game of whatever I won my gold medal in?
Yeah.
Table tennis, anybody? Podcast at talkingreps.com is an email address where you can write in here to the show thoughts, questions, incredible stories about just watching movies in quarry lakes with yellow barrels exploding out of the water around you.
Flinging shit around.
Yeah.
If you like wrestling, don't watch it. It sucks. I'm sorry to hear that you're into wrestling because it's not very good right now. But go listen to the Suplex City Limits podcast. They watch the wrestling, so you don't have to.
Is that their catchphrase or is that our catchphrase
That's
for
my
them?
that's my catchphrase for them. I would assume that. No, they must know that wrestling's bad.
You've been saying that for like a year and a half.
They must know that wrestling's bad. I should get up with them one day. She's like, "What's your guys' thought on just wrestling as a whole? Are you guys still in
They're-
it, or
they're- like honestly, if Warren was still watching wrestling, I would probably still be watching wrestling in a very wrestling is bad, but I still just want to follow the bad.
Nah,
I still just want to see the bad happen. Probably with a Switch in my hand, but
Yeah, like at what point is it not worth your time
right,
at all?
right now?
it's never.
I think right now.
It's almost never worth your time. Even when it was good, I was usually doing kind of something else, like reading through something during the boring parts, and
At least you had something to look forward to. They'd be like, "Oh, there'd probably be a really good match at this pay per view." You know, Mania
Yeah.
will probably be really good because
And-
wrestling is good right now.
even now the pay-per-views, I'm more excited to get drunk during the pay-per-views than I am to actually watch pay-per-views.
It's not very good. It's not very good right now. No. But Suplex City Limits, they'll tell you when it gets good again. That is honestly, now that the Sat Pod is gone, that is my only lifeline to wrestling. And the TRWL, of course. It's
I don't want to get anyone's hopes up, but I feel like I saw a SatPod episode go up today.
No. What? No.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't look into it, but I feel like I saw some SatPod business happening.
I'm not going to verify that
Don't.
here on the podcast.
No one verify it.
But that'd be interesting. Retribution is coming up October the 18th. Speaking of, this is the good wrestling, the video game wrestling, where we have control of the story.
Whoa.
October the 18th, that's a Friday. It is going to be our best show. I can promise you that. Some real, I don't want to spoil anything from Resolution, but some really interesting ways that some of these matches will have to go based on the things that happen at Resolution. Heck of an event. If you enjoyed what you heard, please consider supporting us on Patreon over at patreon.com/talkingrecklesspodcast. That goes for anything. If you enjoy the podcast, if you enjoy the stream, if you enjoy Westworld FM, season 1 is just about done now as well. If you enjoy the TRWL stuff, if you enjoy anything, all of that is supported by the
Weed.
Patreon. If you enjoy
Weed
in general is not really supported by the Patreon, but
Yeah, but if they support weed, you guys have a podcast about weed.
oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yes, if you like weed, head on over to patreon.com/podcast.
You don't have to
joke.
tell
That's
them
all
that's why you're there.
Patreon.com/Talking Reckless Podcast. Yeah, we do the podcast sometimes. Podcasts.
It's been a while
Oh,
since the
like
last one.
you and
It's been a while.
Kev?
Yeah, they're usually stream goals.
You, Kev, and Warren.
Warren, OJ sometimes.
Scotty once. Yeah,
That's a good one.
I think that was our last one. You're only as
I
good as
wonder
your
why.
last podcast. Yeah, the man tanked it. No, he didn't. I'm
Destroyer
kidding.
of podcast.
We'll do another one soon. But all of that is supported by the very generous folks over at patreon.com/Talking Reckless Podcast. It's a full-time job and then some. So thank you very much for keeping us doing this week after week after week. Bryce, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
Week after week after week.
Woo.
Colin as well.
Thank you.
What about nonstop?
Brandon Lynch. What about nonstop, Brandon Lynch?
Can't stop. Won't stop.
Believing?
No, I got nothing.
Pop. And you at home, thanks very much for listening week after week, for supporting, for watching the stream, for doing all that stuff. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you here in 7 days. It's 291 of the Talking Reckless podcast.
Woo.
We'll see you then. See you.
Excuse me.
Such on.
Touch on. It's bedtime.
I overslept.
I underslept.
I haven't done that.
I don't
Hi.
really know what to do with that little toss at the end.
No, I
Just
don't.
fucking-
Nope. I
fucking dropped it
I
on
was.
the
I
ground.
was. I mean, yeah, I sort of saw where it was going. I was enjoying the fumble.
Sure.
You know? Sometimes you gotta let it play itself out. Yeah, we're gonna turn the stream off. Thanks very much for listening, everybody. Watching all that noise. We'll be back on tomorrow. We'll do days 6 to 11 of Minecraft, I think, or 6 to 12, whatever it works out to. We'll do another 5 days. Yeah, lots of good stuff coming up.
Just
So-
Minecraft this week?
the hardcore. No, we'll do that for an hour and a half or whatever.
Oh,
and then,
okay,
and
you
then we'll
split
get
up
on to
your-
And on the 25th, Mario Kart.
Is the 25th Mario
Yeah.
Kart day?
11?
Oh, gross. Maybe.
Is it 8 just on your phone?
No,
Yeah, Mario
it's
Kart
the
Tour.
free-to-play Mario Kart.
Free to start. Best advertising I've heard.
Maybe that's because it rhymes with kart.
Ooh.
Free to start.
Free to
Mario
start.
Kart.
No, they said the same thing about Kirby Clash.
And they said the same thing about Super Mario Run. And
Yeah, free start.
it's not a real thing.
Nintendo's doing that now.
It is.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks again. We'll see you tomorrow.